mad, somebody gets real emotional. It's a whole thing. They go, they're very well researched. The kids show up. They're very, very upset, very angry. Not terribly well researched, but a lot of feelings. And then you watch them go back and forth for a while, and it's the clip. And either you laugh, or you rah-rah, or you get very angry and upset. And it's an exercise that we go through. So yes, and that's kind of what you expect to hear. Yesterday, whatever, I'm doing my thing, and you just hear conversation about Charlie Kirk being on campus at the Utah Valley University to start his tour that he was on. And I go, oh, what's Charlie Kirk up to now? Because Charlie Kirk is this, again, conservative commentator, conservative activist, and a huge name in that space. We were just playing a little while back the podcast that he did with Gavin Newsom when Gavin Newsom had him on. And then you realize that the headline in the news is that somebody shot Charlie Kirk. That was the first thing that you saw. And you go, well, I hope he's okay. You go, okay, well, what's the next step in this? Honestly, it's kind of a sad thing that a lot of us are so kind of, I don't know, like just in a malaise that you hear somebody like this was shot and your first thought is like, well, they'll be okay, and then what's next? And you don't realize that we're living in reality where this is as harsh and real as it could possibly get, because not too long after that, it gets, announced officially that he had died, that he was murdered, assassinated on the Utah Valley University campus. And I don't know, man, there's just this, for me anyway, this moment of like immediate sort of, it's very sobering. It pulls you back down to earth. It puts me in this space of reality where, I don't know, it's unbelievable to me that even upon just hearing that, just reading that headline, that anybody's sort of loyalty to any viewpoint or, this performance that so many put on, this political performance that people put on, still is able to maintain through a headline like that is this young dude, this 31-year-old guy, successful in doing what he does. I've said a lot of people agreed with him. That's part of being in politics. With 2 kids and a wife, is shot and killed, and like, you don't have, well, many do. I did. I think a lot of regular folks did. Maybe people that aren't so like, ankle deep into whatever they're ankle deep into. I had this moment of like, there's something horribly wrong here. Like, this shouldn't ever be a headline with anybody who's a public speaker. There's something about debate and disagreement that I think makes us and makes America like the best. I mean, I remember when I was in college being on campus and the idea that you'd have a controversial speaker, the idea that like Al Sharpton was coming to campus and some people are going to agree with him and this group over here is going to protest it and be really, really mad. Or on the other side, and this is, at this point over 20 years ago, but over here you've got like Ann Coulter's coming on campus and the young conservative group is going to get very excited and agree with it, and this other group of students is going to be horrified by it and really, really mad, and they're going to protest and they're going to argue. But that argument, that idea of, this is making me upset and I'm going to voice my concern, I'm going to voice my objection, that's a good thing. This idea that we all can disagree and scream and shout and be mad, but at a point, it only goes to a certain point. The idea that you would ever, go so far as to want to take it so seriously that you're ending a human being's life, or in any way celebrating, justifying, explaining, doing anything other than being dismayed by a person's life being ended is insane to me. I mean, I didn't seek it out, but I was not able to avoid the video of seeing what happened. And you just watch this video and you go, it's horrifying. It's a horrifying, again, sobering thing that makes you go, there's something really wrong. Like there is this disconnect, I think, in a lot of people. And look, this is not, most of us will never consider doing anything like this. Most of us have our feet grounded in reality. Most of us, whether we agree or disagree with each other, understand where that line is. But more and more, and I think that part of it is, how much rhetoric is out there. I think a lot of it is just social media in general, where you do, instead of having like these feelings or viewpoints, with social media surrounding you all the time, you don't know where the cutoff is, and it becomes one's identity. Your whole life is based in these opinions that you probably believe are greater than you, but in all honesty, you're just wrapped up in this sort of cycle that a lot of content providers on the internet, be it through algorithms or however, that's how they make their money. That's how they get you. I mean, you heard years and years and years ago that there were these goals being made by social media companies that were trying to figure out how to keep people on their sites for the longest period of time possible. And that's the way the whole business works. But the idea that it gets to a point where you're online or you're taking in content, however you're taking in content, be it the 24-hour news cycle, be it the algorithm, be it the phone, be it being at your computer all day, every day, and it infects people's brains so much that they completely lose sight of reality, and then take away a guy's life. For what? For what reason? I just think it's so, and I think I was very dismayed watching a lot of coverage of it. I was very dismayed seeing people on the left, trying to sort of justify without justifying, point out the irony, do any of it. I was like, what is that real? What is that really the bigger picture? Is that really what this is about? Is this not a symptom of a greater problem? That's the direction we need to go in right now. And then I flip over, and on the other side of the fence, it's like people trying to collect victory points, saying, well, this side is the crazy side that's doing it to our good side. And it's like, guys, like you gotta stop. You got to stop and realize that, this should be the place where we can be passionate about disagreeing, and we can be passionate about whatever our politics are, but also kind of take some kind of pride in the fact that we have a country where we can disagree with each other. I mean, vehemently, but that's the whole foundation of where we're at. I think there's such this bigger issue societally when you get to a point where more and more we can't disagree. And that's not just in instances like this. That's also like, okay, well, this person disagrees with me, so let me try to figure out where they work, where they live. Let me see if I can harass their family. Let me see if I can get them fired. It all kind of bills and bills and bills and bills. But I don't know, man. I feel like part of the foundation of America is the ability to have completely different viewpoints and opinions, massive, full-throated disagreements with each other, but understand where it ends and get to a point where it's like, well, I don't agree with what he agrees with and he doesn't agree with what I agree with. And that's it. But everything, I mean, we're just in this culture of elevation, 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 elevation. And it gets to a point where like this isn't about it goes beyond, I should say, Charlie Kirk into something so much bigger because you know what? Like if we get to a point where people are looking at this and the takeaway is, man, I have some feelings that I'd like to say publicly, but look at what happens to people who say their feelings that are controversial publicly. I better keep my mouth shut on this. That's not what we are. Like that's not what we're supposed to be. Everybody talks about this great experiment of America. Maybe I'm being too, whatever. But like, we're not supposed to be the spot where we go, oh, I would like to say this, and it's for either side, man. I would like to say this, but if I say this, they're gonna come for me, and not just come for me in the sense that they'll disagree with me, because I don't think we can or should be worried about people disagreeing with you. If you disagree with somebody in the comments, you should disagree with somebody in the comments. That's why the comments exist. But when it goes beyond the comments, when it's like, no, they're gonna try to ruin and or end my life if I keep going with this, I better stop. Like, you can't, dude. You can't. And it's a situation where nobody wins and everybody is contributing to this horrible thing. And I mean, I don't know. Like, nobody thinks that I'm sitting there looking at things that Charlie Kirk said and said, like, yeah, that's my guy. Like, I didn't agree with what Charlie Kirk said for the most part. I wasn't sitting there going like, yeah, man, it's about but looking at a family photo of a dude and his wife and his 2 kids, it's like, for what, man? Like, there are things so much bigger than politics and what Charlie said. And some people will disagree with that and say, no, there's nothing bigger because this is a danger. This is dangerous speech. But it's not, man. It's not. And the idea of the fact that we can speak publicly in ways that some would see as dangerous, but is really kind of, even if it's towing the line, it's not quite there. I think that we're supposed to be able to say things that upset people. And it doesn't mean it's nice, it doesn't mean it's polite, but that's what we're supposed to be able to do. And any idea that we couldn't say things that upset people because this could be the consequence is, it's atrocious. So, yeah, for me, it was just, it's very deflating and sad on a human level to kind of watch this play out and then to see, and I was watching, I was watching all of them. I was watching CNN cover it, and I thought the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, did a pretty good job talking about it on I think what Caitlin Collins is from CNN. Is that? Yeah. I thought he did a good job on her show last night. I thought that some of the other networks were being a little like, we told you the other side's dangerous. And then the other networks are going, I don't know. I think it was his own people that did. And you're like, guys, we're not keeping score right now. Don't use this moment to keep score. Like, let's talk seriously about an overriding issue. It's almost like there's this sort of curtain that everybody's afraid to pull back. This curtain where it's like we're performing political theater on this side of the curtain. And we refuse to pull the curtain back because on the other side of the curtain is where we're all human beings and can just have a human conversation. But there are people that have cemented their feet on the front side of the curtain where it's like we can't break this thing that we've started because we don't know. And maybe it's because they don't remember what it is to just be a person that's not, married into a viewpoint or looking for every opportunity that they can to get a viewpoint out. But it feels like this should be a wake-up call to everyone. And the optimistic side of me says it is a wake-up call to everybody. How could this not be a wake-up call to everybody? And then the more sort of pragmatic side of me goes, it probably won't be. And that's where it gets deflating, where you go, no, it's just part of the news cycle. And I go, I can't live in that space because it's just so depressing. But what can you do? If you want to call in, 866-969-1969, 866-969-1969 to talk to us here at Sam Roberts Show. I just take them in order. Let's go to Jordan in New Jersey. What's up, Jordan?
What's up, guys? Good morning. I was kind of thinking about tying this into yesterday with the talk about cell phones and kids and schools. I work in schools, but that's regardless. That's the aside. I was thinking about my nephew who just started middle school and just got a cell phone, an iPhone, and I'm like, at any point, one of his friends could send him this video, or he could,
or I'll tell you, Jordan. I'll tell you how I saw it, and it's any kid could see it the same way. I did not click this video once. I'm like scrolling through Twitter. Yeah. And you're just like kind of reading a caption, but you don't even realize the video is previewing right under you, and you just watch this guy slump over, and you realize what you've seen, and you're like, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
And, I'm 38. I know we're around the same age. I have 2 little kids at home. I know they go on my phone sometimes. I let them play games that are, educational and stuff, and I try my best to keep track of that stuff. You're an involved parent. I know that was a part of the conversation yesterday. Like, not everyone's involved. It's not necessarily on the teachers. It does start at home, but my fear is, we grew up. I remember being a freshman in high school, and the announcement about 9/11 happening, and then all of a sudden for the past, 20-something years, we've just seen nonstop footage of the towers getting hit and collapsing, and it's like, it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. Obviously, that was a grand scale, but like all these things that are just traumatizing us for a long term and also desensitizing us at the same time. It's really messed up, man. It's taken a huge toll on this world in general. I know people grow up and see this kind of stuff, unfortunately, on a daily basis, but like when you don't, and then all of a sudden it's just drilled into your mind, and like you said, man, they get you engaged, and that's what they care about: ad money, engagement, And of course, the other part of it is that every single person on the internet has to go and make a video about how they feel about it too. It's like you can't just have a feeling; you have to go and say what you feel to everybody. And I guess that's what Charlie Kirk got famous for doing. But at the same time, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't need to go on the internet and see 30 kids in their mom's basement, posting a video, because they really have no life experience that can justify this. They're just rehashing everything that everyone else says too, because that's the world we live in, man. It's the internet.
Yeah.
Anyway, have a good day, guys. Stay safe.
Thank you, Jordan. Good call. I was one of the comments that I saw that I thought was good was W. Kamau Bell. I don't know if it was on Tweet or Threads, or I don't know what I'm even looking at anymore, but he said, and it just said, some stuff is just fine in the group chat. You know what I mean? And that is probably a philosophy that everybody could learn from, that sometimes, you have these thoughts and you want to share them. Get yourself a nice, safe space group chat. Send it to Travis and Hot Dog. It'll be fine in there. And you'll get your feelings out that way. And it doesn't have to, because everything else becomes this grand declaration. But yeah, it is hideously ironic that it happened on September 10th, because, I've been, as we've been approaching 9/11 and the anniversary, I've been thinking more and more. And I think it's probably because, honestly, we've been doing all this talk about 90s music and everything, and how, as much as, we make jokes or whatever, that day in 2001 really did completely change everything, from pop culture to just culture to the way we interact, to the way we interact with media, to the way we interact with each other. It completely shifted that day, and it did, and it has not changed. We're different now because of then. There was this, and people talk about the unity that happened when 9/11 happened, and that's true. But there was also an immediate us versus them thing that happened, which, by the way, not to say it wasn't justified then, because they had done something to us. Except, I think that because we were so shaken to our core that could happen on American soil, because it was the fact that it was unheard of and then it happened means that everything after it takes place through a different lens. And I think that sort of us versus them fight has never left. I think that there is an underlying sort of sadness/anger that has never left. I think that there is a sort of, from a lot of people, this need to now vehemently defend what we find to be ours and what we hold to be true has kicked in after 9/11, where before September 11th, a lot was taken for granted. And this idea that, like, wow, we didn't exist in this day-to-day space where we feel like we needed to defend freedom, for lack of a better term. And I think after 9/11, and it became an attack on our freedom, they hate our freedom, an attack on our freedom, now we end up in this position where we do feel defensive about our freedom, which then evolves into feeling defensive about our values, which then evolves into feeling defensive about any sort of way of life. And I think it all contributes to kind of how we're living right now. Mike in Rockland. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Sam. How you doing? I want to know if you saw the video of Charlie Kirk talking about how he feels like it's worth it if somebody gets shot in order to protect.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
That video has been floating around.
I saw the video, but that video goes to my earlier point of, like, this idea of pointing out the irony of it. Shifts the story back to that happened to him and he, and instead of, like, for me, it's like, can we please have a larger scale conversation that might also encompass why the Minnesota House Speaker got shot, like, you know, a couple of months ago, and like we don't address anything. A presidential candidate got shot at and it's just like the fact that, like, a presidential candidate got shot in the ear during an election cycle, and it's just one of the things that happened. Like, we're not addressing anything because we're doing stuff like that. And that's not an attack on you, buddy. You know, I'm totally cool with you bringing it up. But my take on it was the people that were like, well, he said, it's like, this isn't about, nothing gets done by having a debate about the individual incident instead of looking at the grander problems that are clearly happening. And I think that's why nothing gets better, nothing gets done, because everybody gets so focused on the singular incident, the symptom, and figuring out whose fault the symptom is. Everybody goes for the symptom. They figure out whose fault the symptom is, who can we blame for the symptom, and then the disease never gets addressed. Trevor in Maine. What's up, Trevor?
Hey, guys. First of all, Sam, thanks for all your thoughts this morning. I think I don't know, just trying to process this whole thing with two daughters myself. And
I'm trying to do it too.
You know, yeah, exactly. And it's like you said, you get on Facebook and you see these political divides, and it's like, what do we need to shake each other and just wake each other up? Because this is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't feel safe sending my kid to school today. Not that changes, you know, Charlie's situation changes anything. All these situations, it's just
no, but it's jarring. But it is
yeah.
It is jarring. And this idea that, like, I don't know, the fact that, like, you know, back in the day, it's like you could be like, no, I like Bob Dole. And it's like, what? You like Bob Dole? Why would you like Bob Dole? And then you're having this conversation, and it doesn't, like, it's not going to devolve into a thing. It's not going to be like, oh, I'll tell you what neighbor we can never be around. The guy who likes Bob Dole. That wasn't a thing. You'd be nuts to say that. But now, you know, it's just, yeah, the whole thing's broken, dude.
No, exactly. Like you said, like, I never remembered my parents ever hanging out with people where politics ever got in the middle of everything, and now all of a sudden, like you said, it's just the center of every conversation, and you can't be friends with somebody if you disagree on anything, and it's just caused such a wide divide in this country at this point, and there's just no sense or logic. Like, you know, people are on one side turning to say, like you said, the Trump situation, that had to be a hoax, and this is a setup, and on the opposite end, just laughing at the situation of somebody dying, and it's like, what are we doing, guys?
Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Trevor. And I think, too, it's like, I mean, it's all everything, man. You go 9/11, you go through the housing crisis, the bank bailouts, COVID, like this, the people, and, you know, I mean, all us boomers go, oh, these, you know, 20, 25, 30-year-olds, they're all much more lazy than we were. I mean, all they've done is grown up in a world where they wake up and it's just more bad news. It's just bad news every single day. And that's not how it was, you know, and I don't know if it's because there's more and more bad news. I don't know if it's because we're obsessed with the bad news, and I don't know if it's because our obsession with the bad news is creating more bad news. But it really is, I mean, it's something to observe. Edwin in New Jersey. What's up, Edwin?
Yeah, so I'm as far left as you, Sammy, liberal muffins, but I'm very, but it's distraught. It's very saddening to see the people, you know, I guess try to politicize a dude's death. He you know, he died. His kids now are going to grow up without a father. His kids didn't have to be born into the whole political sphere and everything.
Right. That's exactly right.
I had this conversation with my son. Like, as liberal as I am, he's like super far right. Which, okay, fine, whatever.
And by the way, how old? Edwin, how old is your son?
He's 22.
Okay, but that's okay. And I'll let you finish, Edwin. But that to me is like the beauty of everything. The idea that you're raised in this like household with somebody like you, Edwin, where your parents might be a little more left leaning, and then you go to college and you start like, I mean, dude, I was reading so much conservative material in college. I was watching Bill O'Reilly from my dorm room just to go home and like argue with your parents because you're taking in all this new information and you're finally finding your feet as an adult. And then once you get a little bit past that and gain a little bit of maturity, you kind of even out and figure out where you actually stand. But the idea that your 22-year-old kid is like maybe raised with a certain set of values, learns more information, can come home and start arguing with you, that's exactly what it's supposed to be here.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have our disagreements, we get heated and stuff, but at the end of the day, he's my son. You know, I still love him as much as I can love him. And, you know, we both still hang out, do stuff together. The political divide has gone crazy. And then he was upset at me because he thought I was going to, like, start gloating about his death. I'm like, no, there's, like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, that's what perturbed me more, was the fact that he thought that. Because, you know.
Because, and you know what it is, Edwin, that's a great point. Thank you, buddy. I'm going to hang up on you, but that's a great point. Because it goes to this idea that it's normalized that politics is over humanity. And people believe, there are people, I should say, that believe that politics are over humanity because the other side is inhumane. As opposed to going like, no, there's politics, and then above that is humanity. The thing that we all have in common is that we are human beings. And then under that comes politics. It's not the other way around. But you do see, and I mean, you can't put credence into like, you know, people posting annoying Instagram stories because that's one person. It really doesn't matter. But you do see people that are like, you know, justifying this because they're far on the left or because they didn't like Charlie Kirk or because of whatever reason, and you're going like, you know, you saying that this is okay because Charlie Kirk, you feel like didn't value this life, so you don't value his life. Well, if it's wrong for, in your opinion, him not to value this life, how can you not value his life without being a hypocrite, which would make you guys the same thing? And no, well, and it's like, and that's what I mean about like putting politics above humanity, which is like, it's the complete downfall of a civilization. To put your politics over a humanity is the downfall of a civilization, because the civilization, especially ours, where it's based on differing points of view, can exist because we have the commonality of being humans and having humanity. That's the one thing that links us. That's the one thing we all have in common. like a human centipede. Greg in New Jersey. What's up, Greg?
Hey, how's it going, man? So we have to solve this, and we need two sides to solve it. But how do we get two sides when one side just sticks their fingers in their ear whenever they hear gun violence and they don't want to do anything with guns because they love them?
Well, I mean, listen, I think that you saying that is also you sticking your fingers in your ears. And Greg, this has nothing to do with. This goes above, again, humanity over politics. It's not about whether I agree with you or not. But going, hey, we can't do this because of them is an issue. Like, and I'm not saying that what you just presented is not also an issue. But you tackling that by saying, well, we can't get anything done because they have their fingers in their ears goes back to us versus them. And I think that the only way to get anything done is to get as many human beings as possible to get above us versus them, even if you don't agree with quote-unquote them, even if you don't like quote-unquote them, even if you do truly believe that this is quote-unquote their fault. You have to get above it and have you have to get an open conversation. And if somebody else doesn't meet you there, then they don't meet you there. And that's on them. But like,
I'm down and I'm ready for you to save the world, Sam.
All right, we got it, Greg. We're going to do it. Thank you, buddy. Sean in Philly. What's up, Sean?
Hey, how you doing, Sam? It's a really sad show today. I appreciate you taking my call.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you that even though I really like the Pulp song "Common People," I don't think that should be in the discussion. The more I think about it, the more I'm just
Sean,
like, I don't even know if that charted.
Sean.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Sean, the list is closed. The list is closed, dude.
It's
closed. We already bracketed it.
What a sad day.
I know.
What a sad day this. And I was thinking bittersweet.
No. The list is closed. The list is closed, Sean. How dare you? How dare you classlessly try to sneak the list getting opened on a day like today? How dare you? It's really good. Mike in Westchester. What's up, Mike?
How's it going, Sam? A couple of things. I talk pretty fast, so I'll just rattle off some stuff and you could reply. Yeah. When he was talking about that, he's okay with gun violence in order to keep the Second Amendment. He wasn't talking about like an assassination.
Nor do I think he was. I don't think but I don't care. You know what I mean? Like the idea of using that clip now against pointing out the irony. I honestly don't care. But yeah.
Yeah. The other thing is, I hope they take this video down Twitter. Like, I unfortunately saw like the video where you just saw his artery just explode and he went down. Like, I hope they take it down. I couldn't get that image out of my head for the rest of the day.
Thank you, Mike. It's very traumatizing. I mean, the internet is the internet, but it is a traumatizing thing. Derek in New Jersey. All right, goodbye. Sorry, buddy. Call back. Your phone was crapping out, but you can call back. Jess in Pennsylvania. What's up, Jess?
Hey, yeah, I was actually agreeing with what you said, Sam. And I'm on the other side of the Philly guy here. I'm in Pittsburgh, but I grew up during the 90s too. I remember vividly where I was in college on this day, and it wasn't black and white then. Like, it was just like, all right, cool. But I think that a big problem is kind of attesting to like what you said, is that it's everybody's looking at the world in black and white, us versus them, instead of seeing the various shades of gray and the bigger picture.
Yeah, no, that's 100% right, Jess. That's the way I feel about most stuff. That, like, this idea of, well, you're either a Nazi or a purple-haired weirdo is like almost nobody is either of those two things. Like, the amount of people that are one of those two things is so minimal. But we see one TikTok and we go, well, see, I told you. Okay, Derek's back. I felt bad because I hung up on him rudely. What's up, Derek?
Hey, Sam, you got me now?
Yes.
All right, sorry about that. No, so what I was going to say was back in July of 24, when the assassination attempt on Trump happened, all the media talked about was like, oh, we need to accept our responsibility or our part in this for vilifying him and for radicalizing and making people feel like he is the death of democracy. And that was all the talking points for like a week. And now we're, half a year into his presidency, and we're all right back to he's going to, him and his followers are going to kill this country, and they're the problem. And no wonder why people get radicalized on both sides. But we already addressed this once before, not even a year and a half ago, and we're right back here again. So it's just very, disheartening that someone was assassinated in cold blood, and that goes against everything our country stands for.
Especially on
where you land on the spectrum.
Especially on a college campus. Maybe I'm too optimistic, but that was, the college campus is where you were supposed to be able to do stuff like this, to get people riled up, to have completely conflicting points of views, to, Eric in Colorado. What's up, Eric?
Hey, morning, Sam.
Morning.
So, and at the same time this happened yesterday, we had another school shooting out here in Colorado.
I heard about that.
But,
terrible. And that's the other thing. Man, Columbine stopped the world. Like, the whole world said, how could this happen? And now, the school shootings that happen where we're just like, well, no, we'll talk about it today, but we'll just move on. Nothing changes.
At the same time, the vitriol and the rhetoric needs to be toned down from the top down. You opened up your comments with
oh man,
everybody's phone sucks.
I know. It sounded like he was going for something there. I know. Damn. Plus, he was a P1. He had been listening since the beginning of the show. He was going to tell me how great I was at the beginning, and it was too. Damn it, Eric. Call back if you want to compliment me. Let's see, John. And yeah, that's the other thing. So I was watching President Trump's thing, and he was right to post something. It looked strangely, whatever. It was a weird video.
What does that look like?
What
do you mean? I don't know what you're saying.
It was just a very digital quality to it. You see how his head moves and his whatever. I'm not getting into this right now. It's not the time. It's not the time. I'm not getting into this right now. I promise you, I'm not. It was just weird, but
interesting.
I mean, it's right for him to say something, and it's right for him to show sympathy. But the whole video was about what Charlie Kirk did professionally. The whole video was about Charlie Kirk and what he said politically, and how he's going to be a martyr now. It wasn't about Charlie Kirk as a human being at all. And I was like, can't we just we'll get to just talk about him as a person. You knew him. You knew the guy. If God forbid something terrible happened to me and you guys came on the air and were like, well, now his radio shows will live on forever, I'd be like, I don't want the radio shows to live on forever. I don't want that. Why are you talking about the radio shows? I'm the human. I have a whole life. Don't talk about the radio shows.
We would know from your social media.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you do.
Well, I think that's a good thing, but I don't know. Apparently he had a life, but he doesn't post.
Yeah.
So we'll just talk about the shows.
I think he went on vacation. I don't know.
We don't know.
Okay. All right, so it's my fault. John in Miami. What's up, John?
Hey, a couple of things. The last caller, I was watching CBS News at 6:30, so for about 5 minutes they had the news about Charlie Kirk. Then they went to another story. 3 high school students were critically injured, and they just 10 seconds and they were past that.
Yeah.
So from that, I don't think anything's going to change. But the bottom line is hate sells. And when you talked about Bill O'Reilly when you were in high school, I was shocked to hear you even say that name. But he was a big perpetrator of hate by just ramping up things and getting one side against another side.
Yes.
And now,
thank you, John.
My belief
sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
My belief is that President Trump it perpetuates that hate because he knows hate sells. And that's all he does is he talks all kinds of shit, not because he believes it one way or the other. It's just that he knows it sells, and it gets everybody involved. And I think that's where we're at, and I don't know how we get away from it.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't disagree with anything you just said, John. I don't disagree with what you just said. But I do think that it's okay, sometimes you have to, understand the facts. There's, you can't control. It's that old kind of philosophy of there are many things that happen to you that you can't control. But what you can control is how you react to these things. Hate is always going to sell. Rage mongering is always going to sell. It's our responsibility to control how we react to it. To understand that, if we agree in an extreme way, we can get riled up, and we can go, or if we disagree, we can get riled up, and getting riled up is fine. But it's our job as human beings to understand that this is not, when we're watching somebody, there's nothing that person can say that becomes this life or death thing, that it becomes your job to do this or that. Like you can, and that's all we can do. We can control how we react to things. And I think everybody needs to do a better job of controlling how they react to stuff and understanding where that line is, because you can't, one thing that will never work if you're looking for change is to get up, say, change needs to happen, here's what you need to do. If you think that change is going to come from you telling somebody what they need to do, it's just never going to happen. Because why are they going to do something because you said it? That's not going to happen. But if you can say, look, I have no control over what you do, but here's what I can do, then, maybe. Mike in Florida. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, first of all, Greg and John, wherever they were from, hilarious. That's like, hey, we need to be more unified. But, why does Trump hate everybody? Meanwhile, and Greg's like, oh, we can't do anything until the other side talks about the guns.
Mike, you understand, you're literally coming on and being like, here are the callers today that I don't like.
No. Listen, I totally agree with you that I'm full of a little bit of anger right now.
Okay.
But that wasn't my point. Mm-hmm. While I was calling, because I needed to get, I guess, a little catharsis on that. It's just funny that one side is always going to do that, and it's going to be both sides.
You're doing it right now. So it is. There's not one side. That's the other. One side saying one side is always going to do that. Is the other side also doing it?
I 100% agree with you.
Okay.
I guess my larger point was that the radicalization is very fascinating to watch. I know I'm not going to get a lot of credence, or you're not going to believe me when I say this, but I am pretty impartial around my kids politically. And my 16-year-old son has now just become fully radicalized and how could they do this to Charlie Kirk? I loved his videos. Why would anybody? This is like his little tiny miniature, come to Jesus moment about how fucked up the world can be, and they just created another million Charlie Kirks out there, which is a fucked up thing to do, and it's a shitty thing to feel, and to try to get your kids to understand that this doesn't need to be this way.
Yeah, Mike, I don't disagree with that either. I mean, it's not my sort of headline point, but I don't disagree with that either. I don't disagree with anything you said. Oh man, there was another compliment for me on hold that went away. That's a bummer. One that said that we were an anchor. The guy hung up.
Yeah, he was thinking you're doing a really good job here.
Can you summarize?
Yeah, sure. Would you like me to?
You mean AI summary?
Well, I believe it was the caller. He said he's considered getting rid of his SiriusXM subscription, but then things like this happen where you are doing a really good job explaining, and then he likes to keep his subscription because of
me?
Because of moments like this from you.
And he hung.
I know.
Because we could have clipped that and Can you clip Troy's explanation and give it to McClure, please?
Put a phone filter on it?
Yeah. Just something. Yeah, just say that this is the AI overview of what would have happened on the show. Because I did see it. He was on hold for a little bit, and I'm just trying to go in order. But maybe I'll hit the compliments.
You can't sleep on those compliments.
Maybe I'll hit the compliments a little quicker. Rich in Westchester. What's up, Rich?
How's it going? I just wanted to say I think that one of the markers of how things changed, it was the faction of people that made a hero out of someone that killed an unknown healthcare CEO, whereby all of a sudden you had people out there supporting him and saying, yeah, he deserved it, really forgetting, again, this is a guy who had a wife, he had children at home, he was just getting up and going to work every day. Yet somehow he gets killed, and right away it's how hot this guy is, and he's a hero, he didn't do anything wrong. I didn't understand how people could feel that way then.
I get it, Rich, and I don't necessarily disagree I mean, he is hot, but I don't necessarily disagree with anything that you're saying. I think, though, that in that instance, people used it as a moment to point out another issue that people are all facing, which is what's going on in the healthcare industry. And I think that that is what complicated that instance. Larry in Fort Lauderdale.
Good morning, Sammy. Really appreciate what you do. And after you got joking, I feel corny giving you a compliment, but I must do that this morning.
No, it's good.
You know, the level approach that you're bringing is what's needed. And I do want to ask your opinion. I know you just touched on it, but the first thing I saw when I got up this morning on the internet, from a news standpoint, is that the president and his cronies are blaming the left. So if we're talking about how we get away from this, like, this isn't going to end, unfortunately. This is, I feel, how they want it to be, to control. I mean, that last caller said his 16-year-old is a little Charlie Kirk. I don't know if he realizes that's not really a good thing.
No, and I think that he wasn't, thank you, Larry, I don't think that he was bragging about that. I think he was pointing out that it's not necessarily a good thing. Yeah, I mean, man, I would hope that the same way that I hope people watch MSNBC and watch a guy go like, how do we know it wasn't one of Charlie Kirk's fans just shooting a gun in celebration? That's probably a guy that doesn't need to be giving his take on the Charlie Kirk situation. The same way we can say that and say without sort of politics or bias that this is not a helpful contribution to the conversation. I'd like to believe that whether you love Trump, whether you love Charlie Kirk, whether you hate Trump, whether you hate Charlie Kirk, whether you're somewhere in the middle, wherever you are, that you can see that anybody saying, well, here's to blame, the opposite political party, is not going to help things. It's going to make things worse. I would like to think that people can see that. But again, I get optimistic. If I flip over to being pragmatic, I would say probably not. They probably will not see that is, whether you think it's true or not, it's just the least helpful thing that you can do.
So I think people are like, my point of view is the correct point of view.
And that's
your point of view is the incorrect point of view. And when people like you that think like you are gone and there's no more people that think like you, we can finally live in our utopia.
I think there are people that think that way. And I think the idea that a utopia is people that all think the exact same way are people that need to research the history of the United States of America.
I don't think they want to do that.
I know. But there was a whole Revolutionary War that was fought in order to create a place where we no longer all have to think the same way, where we can live in a utopia. We thought in 1776 a utopia would be a place where we all think differently and we all come together with these colliding points of view and we see what comes of it. But I think that you are right. I think that there are groups of people, and I don't personally believe it's the majority of human beings in this country, but they do have a loud voice. I think there are people who think the way that you're describing, Troy, and I think that it's a problem.
I don't think these sides want to see the other side. They don't want to say
the people that you're describing.
Correct.
I would.
Their point of view is the right one, and I don't even want to hear what you have to say.
I think that there are an unfortunate number of people that think that way. Yeah, and that's pragmatic Sam over on the other shoulder. I'm going to go to one other one and then I'll go. Steve in Florida. What's up, Steve?
Hey, good morning, guys. Sam, you're actually doing a good job on this morning. I'm not one to normally compliment you, but yeah, I appreciate it.
You don't have to throw in the see what I mean about the qualifications?
No, that sounded great.
But actually, if you just eliminated the word actually from that sentence, it would have been huge for me.
Okay, well, we'll take that out then.
Okay, all right.
The one thing I did want to say was this, just the way it was done, this is a message. This is a message to everybody who thinks like this guy who got killed to shut up. Because if you don't shut up, this is what's going to happen. That's what this was.
Well, it may have been, thank you, Steve, that may have been I don't know, that may have been the intention of the person who did it. I don't think it will have that effect, but it may have been the intention of the person who did it, which, by the way, you know, this was a very deliberate, skilled, intentful person that did this. They said there was somebody on the roof of a building, one shot, sniper rifle from very far away, hit the exact right spot, and got out of there. Now, I was following our FBI leader. I was following his live tweets. And they had a couple of suspects, but unfortunately they let them both go, which, again, is probably why we don't live tweet these things. But, yeah, we do not have the suspect. We don't know who did this, but it doesn't seem like it should be that difficult to find a person just because it's so, there's such a specific profile of who this is. So I'm going to keep checking Patel's live tweets to figure out when we get that. Drew in Florida. What's up, Drew?
Hey, you guys got me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to say, and it's funny, I do have a compliment, but you and actually all three of the comedy shows on 103 have been a kind of a tentpole for me for a while on tough days. And I grew up in New Jersey. Michael, no, I grew up in Verona, so like we watched the towers fall with our eyes from Eagle Rock Reservation. I know friends that work the Pile. I know friends that work triage in Jersey City, and I don't know many people that haven't lost people. So this is always a tough day. And then with, kind of all the added things in the news, it just makes it harder. But let me tell you, man, that frickin' caller, Sean, that tried to open up the list again, man, that made me laugh. And I really, really needed that today. So thank you. And holy shit, Sean, I don't know who you are, man, but that frickin' got me. So
awesome.
Going into work, you guys enjoy. Keep doing what you're doing, please.
Thank you, Drew. And thank you, Sean, for your service. Andy in South Carolina. What's up, Andy?
Hey, how's it going, Sam?
What's up, bud?
So no qualifications. I think you're doing a really great job with this topic.
Hell yeah.
The reason I called is that I feel like there's a massive cultural gap here that, kind of breeds stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And as a culture, I think we just need to rally around and remember that in 2025, we have not allowed the morning mashup to have a Big Seven or a town hall, while Sam Roberts has had multiple. Good can still win out the day.
Yeah, and a billboard. I got a billboard.
Oh,
too.
and a billboard, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good. That's true. Thank you, Andy. That's a great point. Good still does find a whale. Find a way. Find a whale. That's right. Our next guest. Dan on Long Island. What's up, Dan?
Morning, boys.
What's up?
So I know you're a lefty Letterman, Sammy, but again, I think you're splitting this pretty much down the middle.
Okay.
So you're doing a great job. One of the things that really needs to happen is everyone does need to go out and touch some grass, like the kids say. I don't know if you remember, but when George W. Bush was, they called him the Antichrist. And nothing happened.
I can't really even understand what you're saying. Your phone's breaking up, but if you want to call back, you can. Ray in Georgia. What's up, Ray?
Hey, I was going to say, all kidding aside, I know we call up and kind of bust each other's balls and make fun of politics, but with the 24-hour days, news people, we've lost the ability to argue or disagree on anything without a side being taken or.
But you know what, Ray? I think that if you look, that was the case for a long time. But I think if you look realistically, the 24-hour news people are trying to compete with the internet. And the internet...
Right, it's all about money. Right.
That's right. But the internet, thank you, Ray, is far more dug in, to one side. The shows on the internet that people, they get really huge are even more dug in. Now it's a little bit different because they don't have the responsibility of being a news program per se. They go, well, I'm a personality and this is my thoughts. But, it's not like the news world outside the 24-hour cycle is better. You know what I mean? The sources that people are getting their news from are generally dug into a side that agrees with them. I mean, we tease Troy all the time. We're joking, but the algorithm will feed you whatever it is that you want to see. So I think that between podcasts and YouTube and the algorithm, you know, there are much bigger problems than the 24-hour news cycle, but that 24-hour news cycle is trying to compete with that. So I think it actually makes it worse. Let's go to Justin on Long Island. What's up, Justin?
Hi, Sam. How are you? I love listening to your show. I don't listen all the time, but I try to listen whenever I'm awake at this hour.
Good.
I want to say that I'm a lifelong Democrat. My parents are Democrats. My grandparents, even my grandfather was a senator for New York. Now, I'm ashamed of what's happening here. Our party is being destroyed by these people they're calling themselves Democrats, but it's not. It's something else.
Are you from New Orleans or Long Island?
Come on, man. Goddamn, I'm from Florida now, but.
Oh, that's, you know what that is? That's the Gator guy in The Waterboy.
Oh God. Oh God!
Oh, I'm just trying to place it. It just doesn't sound like Long Island to me. You know, I mean, Long Island is a very distinct.
Sounds like Tom. I thought it was James Carville for a second.
I did too. Yeah.
Incognito.
Yeah, Mr. Gasson.
Whatever. But what I'm saying,
I think we got to the bottom of it. Thank you, Justin.
He had a point.
He's moving slow. It was moving slow.
He sounds like an older man.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, maybe he's not built for this. Steve in New Jersey. What's up, Steve?
I thought we were being compassionate.
We are, but I'm being compassionate to everybody else.
That's not compassionate, Sam.
Okay, but guess what? Hang on, Steve, because I'll get you too. But guess what I said? I said you can't focus on the individual. You have to focus on the greater thing. The greater thing is like the listener experience. And I was being...
But he loved the show. He's been a listener for a long time.
I love him too, and you know...
Sometimes the listener wants to slow it down for a minute.
Okay,
but... He'll take Libby's call and she'll spin in circles for an hour.
I'm flirting with her. I'm flirting with her.
You're hollering?
A little. Sorry, Steve in New Jersey. What's up?
It's okay. I just wanted to thank you for this morning. What you're saying is on point. I really think that we need to stop villainizing the left or the right, and we just need to look at this as humans and see it for what it is. It's somebody who lost their life. You know, he's no longer going to be there for his wife or his kids. I mean, that's the way we have to look at this. It just disgusts me with the way the world is, and people are celebrating this, and it needs to stop. People just need to just think like humans for once and see it for what it really is.
Yeah, I think that's right. Thank you, buddy. I think that's right. Let's go to Brian in Oregon. What's up, Brian?
Hey, good morning, guys. This is my first time listening to your show. I'm usually listening to a channel 3 down from you. But anyway, I think this really goes back all the way to the late 80s and the elimination of the fairness doctrine. I mean, there was never all this vitriol and hate between each other until really Rush Limbaugh. And I worked in radio for a little bit in the early 90s, and that's when I first heard him. But I think it all starts there, and it's just a culmination today, you know, since the internet come on and piled on top of it. I really don't think that there's any way back from this. I think we're past the tipping point. I don't think we're going to get better. I think it's only going to get worse.
Well, it's possible. It's very possible. I mean, it's hard to... No, I think we're going to get better. It's still good. It's still good. It's tough, man. It's very tough. Austin in Texas. What's up, Austin?
Hey, what's going on, Sammy Touchgrass?
What's up, dude?
Hey, yeah, man, I just, you know, I was just kind of looking at it, and I think that, I mean, obviously there's been a lot of callers today that have kind of made this point for me, but, you know, I think what you're trying to say is more like, hey, this is an us problem. You know, I think a lot of people are calling, they're saying, hey, well, this guy's on the right, he deserved it, or you can understand it, or this guy's on the left, and it's like, you know, 24-hour news, the internet, podcast, whatever you want to blame, you know, the problem is that they have a consumer base, and we're the consumer base, and they're meeting what we're asking for. And the problem is we're a broken culture. We're a broken people who are basically trying to use that stuff as an opiate to calm us down in this situation. So instead of thinking about it and thinking about ourselves, we start grasping for, hey, man, I got to go find that content, or I got to go make that point that agrees with me so I can get into my safe space and not deal with these terrible things that are going on in my own life. Or
yeah, I think that's right.
Making me unhappy.
I think that's a good point, Austin. Thank you, buddy. I think that that's 100% right. And it goes back to the point that Troy made as well, where it's like you're just looking for that thing that says that you're right. When in reality, like, I don't just think this, I think all problems are an us problem. I mean, that's kind of just my philosophy on problems in general. When there is a problem that is in front of me, you know, there are two ways to tackle any problem. Whether it could be a political problem, it could be a family problem, it could be a work problem, it could be a social problem, any kind of problem. There's two things that you can do. One is to say, whose fault is this? And like somehow you feel better just being able to blame somebody else. The other is to accept the reality of the situation and then go, what can I do in the position that I'm in to try to make things better in any way? How can I add to solving the problem, even in a minuscule way, as opposed to just finding somebody to blame and then maybe I'll feel better by just yelling about somebody else. And for me, I try to stay in the place of problem solving as opposed to embracing problems, which some people do. And I mean, that's how I do everything. Like I don't want excuses. I don't want anything. It's like, how can we begin to solve the problem that's in front of me or us or whatever it is? And I think that that applies to, if the headphones don't work here, I think that it applies to the greater political spectrum. It's just everything. It's not like, well, headphones don't work because this guy. It's like, okay, but enough. It's like yesterday. There's a wire in front of me. A lot of hosts would go, well, this is just going to be a problem and it's someone else's fault. I plug the wire into a different microphone.
You're a problem solver.
That's it. That's it. Brian in Oregon. What's up, Brian?
Yeah, second Brian in Oregon. Yeah, I just have a question, and I'll let you. I'll punch out and let you answer.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't think that Anthony, Opie, Jim Norton, and Sam Roberts are the smartest people in the world. The audience certainly isn't. But how is it that when something like this happens, we hear the most human and down-to-earth and reasonable angles from you guys and the audience? Where are all the commenters? Where are all these shitty people reacting to this?
You know, I mean, it's, Brian, it really is. Like, if you just kind of center yourself and try to have this conversation, I think that you find that there are a lot more human beings that are centered human beings than you would get the impression if you look at the internet. And I also think that that should mean that it should set off an alarm that you go, maybe I spend a little less time on the internet. Maybe I stop thinking that the internet is real life. Maybe I go there for my news, chuckle at the replies, and then keep it moving and get back into real life. And maybe I ignore the people around me that are like, wow, you should inject more of your real life into your social media.
I don't think one has to do with the other.
You're part of the problem.
Just a picture of a vacation, so everybody knows what you're doing.
I see a problem, and I go, it's your fault.
All right, I'll turn my mic
off. Okay. TJ in PA. What's up, TJ?
Did you see all the videos of celebrating that he died? Like, I think that's.
I mean, did I see all of them? No, I might have seen like one and gone like.
I've seen a few. I mean, I mean, personally, I feel more bad for his family. Like, honestly, like, I didn't agree with everything he said, but I did agree with some stuff. But I just think it's just kind of wrong that people are celebrating his death.
Of course it is.
Like, the people that hate him.
It's wrong to celebrate, to truly celebrate a death. There's a. I mean, look, there is. Thank you, TJ. There's a small list of people whose death you could celebrate. Serial killer that adds nothing to society, that maybe only lived to victimize others. If you celebrate that serial killer's death, it's still, to a degree, a little bit morbid to celebrate it. But maybe you don't feel the same sympathy. Although that serial killer also had a family. But no, I mean, the idea of, I disagree with that guy so much that I'm going to celebrate this, of course that's wrong. And we know it's wrong. We know that.
It is weird that a lot of, like, the anti-gun people that are so anti-guns are, like, happy he got shot. That was a wild thing to
again,
see.
Because, and I don't know if it's a lot, there's a few. There's a few videos that then become a lot.
Sure.
But it's people who I don't think are maybe the greatest at intellectual exercises that are looking for the quickest route to 2 points for their side,
right?
And have kind of are missing that human connection unless you fully agree with their viewpoints. Devin in Jacksonville. What's up, Devin?
No yeet today, Sam. No yeet.
Unfortunately.
What I'm struggling with, Sam, is that this happened at a college in particular. You know, college was a spot where I learned to critically think and to learn to think for myself instead of what others put in front of me. And for this to happen there while this guy is exercising his freedom of speech, I think is
horrible. That's right. And like I said, it's not there for you to agree with it. It's there to be there. It's there to exist as a point of view that maybe you didn't think of, maybe you don't agree with, but maybe just to exist. The idea of learning that we live in a world where points of views exist that you will vehemently disagree with is a good thing. Justin in Massachusetts.
Hey, Sam, how you doing?
Hey.
Just wanted to say, today's broadcast, this is like Howard Stern after 9/11 broadcast. I compare the two, might even be a little bit better.
Wow. Let's. Can you send that one?
I already did.
You sending a best of to McClure?
I just did.
All right, good. Okay. By the way, I'm just going in terms of how long people have been on hold,
which is true.
I'm not trying to heavy up the deck. Rob in Verona.
Sam, today's show is taking a page out of the real world's playbook when Sammy stopped being polite and started being real.
That's right. I'm the Puck of radio.
Puck is putting his fingers in the peanut butters.
Thank you, Rob. Stacy in Atlanta. What's up, Stacy?
Just a personal note to Mr. Jim McClure, as Sam is the last professional broadcaster.
That's right.
He does a great job on any topic. Best broadcaster on Sirius XM.
I would agree.
No brown nosing, Sam.
No, I mean, look, facts are facts, and facts don't care about your feelings.
Facts are facts.
That's right.
I wanted to go back real quick, and I'll try to make this very quick. But I wanted to go back to your comment about the divide between the internet and broadcast. And really, I know you're running a family show here, so
that's right.
Please forgive me. Mm-hmm. But the fucktardish comments made by Matt Dowd on MSNBC about
they could be described
somebody
that way.
was firing a gun in celebration, and then the other comments that he continued to make about, well, hate speech begats this, begats that.
Look,
Matt Dowd is a full first-grade moron.
Okay.
But shouldn't there be some managerial?
He got fired, bro. He got fired.
Did he get fired?
Yeah.
I have not heard that. I should Google it. I know. But
no, I'm glad we could inform you. He did.
Before.
He got fired. Thank you, Stacy. This is not the Matt Dowd show. But he did get fired, because very ill-prepared to get on the air and cover this topic. I mean, really looped it. And by the way, he did make those comments before Charlie was announced as dead, but still wholly inappropriate and not even remotely helpful, even at the time that he said it. Also absurd and makes you, once again, lose total faith in talking heads in the media. We literally spent a whole segment covering that 2 days ago. It's the same people. The same people who got by the Andy Cohen, Howard Stern bit. Those are the people that are covering this. Not good. Scott in Worcester.
Hey, what's up, Sam? I gotta say, I really didn't think you had it in you. I've been listening since.
Why?
AJ Poopy Shits. I mean, look at your way back history. AJ Poopy Shits.
Why are you talking about 20 years ago? Why are we talking about that stuff?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So take the qualifying compliments as a win. Yeah. It's still a win. You're doing
a little
great.
Backhanded, but you got there.
Yeah, no, but I love you. You're doing great.
But even the way your voice, like the octaves in your voice, but I love you. Like that, the octaves going up like that. I'm like, well, that doesn't make me feel good at all. Like that, I've wrestled.
Love the show.
Like I've wrestled you. I've wrestled you to the ground to get a compliment. That's what it feels like.
You should take growth as a compliment.
Oh, it's a compliment. So take it.
Oh my God, it's
and
so
listen,
high.
if you want to, for all the people that are having problems today, I have this little mantra. I just say 2 words: Serenity now. And then all my problems just disappear.
That's good. That's a good way to do it. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. Jonathan in Connecticut. What's up, Jonathan?
What's on, guys?
Hey,
so, obviously, I opened my Facebook today, and it's full of hot takes.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, I love hot takes. Even it's ironic, I'm calling in for a hot take. But regardless of left or right, who you are, I feel like people who have to post their opinions tend to skew on the dumber side. Like, I've never met a successful person and who's saying put together intellectually, like, pretty smart guy, and going on their Facebook and they have hot takes. It's always like the guys who failed English have about a hot take a day.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's like
right.
Regardless of left or right.
Yeah, I think that's right, Jonathan. Thank you. Like the idea that you'd go
he was busy last night.
Was he doing a lot of tweeting?
A lot of retweeting.
HD? The idea that you go, a very complicated thing happened that a lot of people have complicated feelings on. Is there a spot that'll stop me at 140 characters? That would be the perfect spot to do this. Is a little like, you know what I mean? If you want to take some time, do some research, write a paper, cool. But if you're like, I can summarize this in a sentence and a half. And also put an animated GIF to describe how I feel. Yeah. But the replies have been something, so, hopefully I'll get a HD retweet or something on this whole segment. No, I'm not doing that. They keep trying to get me to plug the news channels. You know what I think you should do? Keep listening to this channel. All right, we're going to take a break.
Is listening to the radio getting out of hand? You need Bennington, the ultimate in hands-free talk radio design. Simply go to the Sirius XM app on any phone, then search for Bennington. It's that easy. Hands-free, pain-free. You'll wonder how you ever lived without it. It's perfect for your mind. A must for the entire office. Life itself goes quicker and easier. Best of all, Bennington works with your favorite phone. An amazing breakthrough show you'll listen to every day on the Sirius XM app.
Hi, I'm Andy Beshear, Governor of Kentucky. Outside my official role, I host a podcast on Sirius XM Progress. Each week, I sit down with leaders, educators, and everyday folks with extraordinary stories. We talk about what connects us, family, faith, current events, and the challenges we all share. It's an honest conversation and different perspectives. Join me on the Andy Beshear Podcast, Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern on Sirius XM Progress, or listen anytime on the Sirius XM app.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
People who don't talk to therapists still need help solving their life problems. Some people turn to message boards, discussion sites, or group chats with strangers for advice. But you have no idea who you're talking to. They're not licensed therapists. They aren't trained to help.
BetterHelp therapists work according to strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S. It's fully online, and you can pause your subscription whenever you need to. Switch therapists at any time at no extra cost. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally.
As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Bennington. That's BetterHelp.com/Bennington.
If you're considering a 1031 exchange or need steady, high-yield monthly income, you should consider student housing and stabilized low-income housing with Icon America. Cash flow starting at 7.5% paid monthly. Icon Student Housing has 2 new properties in 2 of the hottest markets, Salt Lake City near the University of Utah and Purdue University, both 100% occupied. Icon America Low-Income Housing has properties diversified across Florida, Maryland, Georgia, Ohio, and more. Cash flow starts at 7.5%. Icon offers arguably the lowest fees in the industry by cutting out the high broker-dealer commissions, passing the savings directly to you. Call 800-580-1031. Keep your money working for you by sheltering 100% from taxes. Visit icon1031.com or call 800-580-1031. 800-580-1031.
Individual results may vary. There's no guarantee that past performance will be indicative of future results. Invest wisely.
Last year, over 2 million people called Morgan & Morgan in their time of need. I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. People often ask me, how much money do I have to pay you up front to be my personal lawyer? The answer is nothing. It's free unless we win. We have recovered billions in settlements and verdicts over the years. We have never taken a fee unless we've won the case. You can hire the largest personal injury law firm in the world as your personal lawyer for free unless and until we recover for you. When life changes, clients choose us. When results matter, clients choose us. When the stakes are high with just one shot, clients choose us. So who are our clients? They're people just like you. People who share our values, hopes, dreams. People who believe that dignity is a God-given right. People who fight for a better tomorrow for their families and their children. And when they needed a personal injury lawyer, who did they choose? Who would you choose in your time of need? Injured? Choose the injury law firm Ronnie Munn chose. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
If it's big on the block or blowing up your feed, it's on Hip Hop Nation.
Hip Hop Nation, the sound of the culture.
The sound of the culture is on Hip Hop Nation.
What did I miss?
Yeah, Lord, me a trapper, no dark skin, country old, got it out the mud, 610, thug go. The turn up starts here.
Hip Hop Nation.
Channel 44. And listen at home on Alexa, Google Home, smart TVs, and everywhere on the SiriusXM app.
The biggest game of the season, right here, right now.
Starts Saturday strong. It's Big News Saturday on Fox.
And here we go.
It all starts at 10 Eastern with Big Noon Kickoff, live with an epic pregame.
The crowd, the atmosphere, this is what makes it special.
Then, it's America's #1 game.
What a hit!
The best pregame, the best announcers, the biggest games.
Down the sideline, touchdown!
It's Big Noon Saturday, noon Eastern on Fox.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Look, we all have people that we go to when we want to discuss the problems going on in our lives, whatever issues that we're facing, whether that's the group text, whether that's friends at work. A lot of them aren't even listening. A lot of them are so concerned with their own issues. They're not paying attention to you. They're just smiling and nodding. That doesn't help. If I were you, I'd go to BetterHelp. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct, and they're fully licensed in the U.S., fully online, and you can pause your subscription whenever you need to. You can switch therapists anytime, no extra cost. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Teft. That's BetterHelp.com/TEFT.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, and I'm here to help you cancel those outrageous cell phone bills. Ever sign up for one of those too-good-to-be-true phone deals? 1 minute you're feeling great, then suddenly you're paying over $1,000 a year. Crazy, right? You know who else thinks that's crazy? Red Pocket Mobile. That's why Red Pocket plans start at just $10 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data with no contracts and no price increases ever. Plus, Red Pocket gives you access to all 3 5G networks. You pick the one that works best where you live or work, or switch anytime for better coverage. Imagine never being stuck with one network again. And with Red Pocket, you keep your phone and your number. Why in the world would you not switch? Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Switch now and get one locked-in low price, 3 5G networks, and live customer care in less than 2 minutes. Go to redpocket.com. That's redpocket.com, redpocket.com.
At Swish Funding, we fund small businesses like yours from $25,000 up to $2 million with cash in your account in less than 24 hours. If you've been in business for at least 1 year with monthly revenue of $50,000, you could unlock financing with rates as low as 8% and flexible payment terms tailored to your business needs. Apply today at swishfunding.com. That's SWISH funding.com.
We're back. The Sam Roberts Show.
Well, good. So NASA did say that they found life on Mars. Is that what they said?
I think it's like little, like
molecular.
Yeah.
I think they said they found signs of ancient life.
Pyramids.
Yes.
Obelisks.
What are they?
Obelisks.
What's an obelisk?
Obelisks?
Smart me up here. What's an obelisk?
It looks like a penis coming out of the ground.
Is that what where can we find obelisks?
I got those at my house.
That's right. That's right.
George Clooney had that in his garage.
Here's what I've been working on. That's Burn After Reading. That's a great film. Very underrated. Snuck in there. A Coen Brothers classic that was snuck in like between two that nobody really noticed, but it really holds up.
Yeah.
Where are obelisks? Where did that come from? I've never heard of an obelisk.
Are you going over there?
I was going to pull up that video.
Oh, you can pull up an obelisk?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wanna find out
I'll turn you on over here.
more about him. He doesn't need you to turn him on. He's thinking about obelisks. Well, he's good to go. So it's like a phallic-shaped pyramid?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And who did that? The Mayans?
No, didn't the aliens make the pyramids?
No, I'm talking about the obelisks.
Oh. I would assume aliens.
I believe aliens did pyramids, if I'm not mistaken. Was it aliens or a civilization that was advanced and then the Earth got wiped away and then a new civilization started? Do we know?
I don't know.
Okay. Have they announced that yet?
Is this the obelisk?
Okay, it says here, they found signs of life on Mars.
I like how they say it in the present tense.
Yeah, they found signs.
No, the tweet says it in the present tense.
Right. They found signs of life on Mars. Are they saying that they heard that they found signs of the song? The Bowie song?
Signs?
Life on Mars.
Oh.
Great song.
Huh? You're thinking signs everywhere, the signs?
That's also a good song. No. Life on Mars is Bowie.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great song. And it was about this moment right here.
And the scientific community that will, in essence, pressure test what we think we've found. So we're talking about Perseverance. This was a mission sent to Mars under President Trump's first presidency. And a year ago,
took a while.
We found a sample, and it was, again, we're exploring in places where there were rivers and where there were lakes. And much as on Earth, we think that that's where we'd see signs of ancient life on Mars. And so a year ago, we thought we found what we believe to be signs of microbial life.
Did you pause for a second? Is that Sean Duffy? Looks like Sean Duffy.
No.
Oh, okay. The window's small. I was just going to shout him out from the real world. Now he's finding...
No, that man is much older than Sean Duffy.
You sure that's not Sean Duffy?
That's not Sean Duffy.
I mean, maybe he's been through it this year.
He's the head of the Space Force, but he's not the head of NASA.
That guy looks like Sean Duffy has been through it. And it makes me think that might be Sean Duffy.
I don't think so.
You can let Sean continue.
Oh, my God, it is.
Oh, come on, bro.
That guy's so old.
And did you see, by the way, not only did I pick up old Sean Duffy, but I picked it up in a very small window. You can't let me slide. Imagine if it was Ruthie. You can't get a Real World cast member by me without me picking up on it.
You're good, bro.
Thank you, bro.
You are so good.
Thank you, bro. He's the most successful Real World cast member. He fucked up Newark and Mars.
Man, this job has aged him.
Well, it's tough. Newark as an airport, they never figured it out, did they?
No.
Did they? Because I heard Newark sucks, and then I never heard Newark doesn't suck anymore. So, I mean, imagine.
Maybe it got fixed.
Wow.
Wouldn't they have told us?
No.
Maybe it just floated under the radar?
I mean, it's not going to make the news cycle. There's too much shit going on.
There's a lot of shit. They just found life on Mars. Sean Duffy from The Real World found it. Rachel must have been psyched for him. That's his wife from The Real World.
I mean, you are right. Nobody's done more with their life from The Real World than Sean Duffy.
Right. Right.
That's him.
I thought it was going to be Tech because he became a VJ for a while.
That's right.
And he was in Van Wilder. Remember, Tech was in Van Wilder? So I always thought Tech was going to be the one.
Tech had a chance.
Tech had a shot. Miz is doing pretty good.
I forgot about. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Sean Duffy. Miz is ahead of you.
Miz is pretty goated. It probably goes Miz, then Sean Duffy.
What about Heather B?
Oh, Heather B's up there.
Ooh, Heather B's pretty strong.
She's a queen.
Oh, yeah. Might go Miz, Heather B, then Sean Duffy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric Nies.
I mean, Eric Nies is okay, but he got COVID and missed the whole reunion. He had to do it on a TV.
Yeah, but he made Troy feel a certain way.
That's true.
That gets extra points.
That does get extra points, but I'll probably put him fourth behind Sean Duffy.
All right, that's fair.
I'll probably go as Miz, Heather B, Sean Duffy, because he did Life on Mars, and then Eric Nies.
Okay. That's a solid list.
Because he gave, what was that thing that wasn't a pyramid?
The obelisk.
Yeah, because Eric Nies gave Troy an obelisk.
And my little tidy whities.
Your tidy whities. Why is there an obelisk in here?
Dad, why do I have an obelisk?
Let me guess. The grind.
Yep.
Nailed it, Pop. All right, let's hear Sean Duffy from the real world talking to us about life on Mars.
On the Mars surface. And so we put it out to our scientific friends to pressure test it, to analyze it, and go, did we get this right? Do we think this is signs of ancient life on Mars? And after a year of review, they've come back and they said, listen, we can't find another explanation. So this very well could be the clearest sign of life that we've ever found on Mars.
When you're announcing life on Mars, do you have to shrug your shoulders like that? They go like, I mean, that's the face of life on Mars. So you mean to tell me, remember the space race? Remember how obsessed we all were with it? You mean to tell me that one day we'll find evidence of life on Mars and it's going to be Sean from the real world going, That's life on Mars. Okay,
one.
Sean, it's step one.
And the reasoning is, well, we can't think of what else it
It's not life on Mars.
Yeah, you can't say it wasn't.
You can't say it's definitely not. You can't say that. So, I'm glad our scientists are on this. That's why I can't figure out what's going on in Newark, because he accepts these answers. And he goes to Newark, and he goes, why can't we land the planes? We can't not land the planes. All right. I'll take that. I'll accept that. Yeah, so we might have found signs of life on Mars eons ago.
Yeah.
And it could have been microbial.
Right. It's still life.
Centuries ago.
Right.
I mean, it's something. It's the beginning, right?
Yeah, they got to start somewhere.
They got to start somewhere. And then we get the little green men.
They're coming.
That's on the way. Yeah. Well, I guess that's exciting. I think the idea is that if there was once life on Mars, then maybe we could live on Mars, right? That if there was life on Mars, that Mars then becomes livable.
Yeah, I think that's the hope.
So then we actually can. But didn't they say, what did they say? It's real hot. But so is Florida. And people love Florida.
Love Florida.
You know, so it's
can't get hot enough.
Think about it. Like, you know, yeah, Mars is hot, but if you built a bunch of houses that had those like sunrooms with the indoor pools, doesn't sound so bad.
What about a theme park?
You definitely throw a theme park on there.
You just got to make it rain like Dubai.
That's right. Yeah. Didn't they say they were going to?
We already control the weather.
Well,
obviously.
Didn't they say that like they were going to like terrain it or whatever it's called when they put grass all over it?
Dubai?
No, Mars.
Yeah.
But they could probably do it in Dubai too. I mean, if we're doing it, we're doing it.
Yeah.
You know, grass is beautiful.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. It's like when we blow each other up here on Earth for fighting over dumb shit.
Right. Then the
elites can get out and have their utopia there.
The dumbest and wealthiest will be able to live up there.
Correct.
I got you.
I think that's the plan.
Okay.
What about us?
We're fucked.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Are they going to? But
we're going down with the ship.
All right. So then, you know that best of montage of the compliments that I got this morning that you sent to McClure?
Yeah.
Troy, can you make sure that you send that to the elites too?
Yeah.
That way, hopefully, it's like, oh, we should have a show.
If they're like, we need an excellent broadcaster.
Right, we need to have a show.
We'll at least put your name in the hat.
I'd like to at least be considered for a show.
Who do we send it to, Sean?
Probably Sean Duffy from the real world.
You should send him all the compliments, though, that you've been giving him over the years.
Yeah, and let him know.
Like you're a big fan.
I'm a big fan. Like
OG fan.
I put him top 3 real world graduates.
I'm sure the Miz can help you.
Miz must know Sean Duffy.
Yeah.
There's probably some kind of club that they all go to.
They have a group text.
Yeah, they have to. Yeah, that and like there were a lot of seasons of The Real World, so to be number 3, that's good. Yeah. That's massive.
Yeah. And the only reason he's number 3, by the way,
Heather
is because
B.
we have a personal connection with Heather B.
Well, and she's great.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, all right. So we have maybe life on Mars a very long time ago.
Maybe.
Your guess is as good as mine.
We don't not have life on Mars. That should be the headline.
Did you, by any chance, see they were shooting missiles at UFOs? Did you see that by any chance?
No, I missed that. So they get him?
No, it just ricocheted off.
Damn. So they're still up there.
Yeah. And these little green men are tricky.
Well, yeah. Well, we didn't realize they had missile-proof ships.
They'll get you.
Oh, man. I was worried that was missile-proof. Well, I guess she was born at night, but not last night. Okay, so our missiles coming. They were shooting missiles at UFOs?
Yeah.
Huh.
This video just came out this week.
Wow. Where were they doing that?
Where did this?
I guess the sky.
It was in the sky.
Yeah, so that's the answer to that question. Okay. There's the missile.
Off the coast of Yemen. Never before seen video released Tuesday by a member of Congress appears to show a U.S. military Hellfire missile bouncing off a bright, shiny object that was being tracked off the coast of Yemen in 2024.
2024. That was last year. All right, so.
That's wild, though, right?
Yeah, that the UFOs have missile-proof ships. Do we have missile-proof ships? It'd be great to grab one of those and kind of back-engineer that, because...
Bob Lazar tried to do that. He couldn't figure it out.
He couldn't?
No.
He saw the alien through a window, right?
I think so.
Yeah. He said that.
Little green men.
Well, he saw it through the door. He didn't go in, but he saw it, there's the window on the door.
He thinks that's what he saw.
Yeah. It's weird that they would have windows on the doors to the alien rooms. Like, you'd think they'd just go solid door on that.
Well, just in case you don't want to just open the door quick and whack somebody.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good point. Yeah, like on my front door of my house, I don't want people looking in, so I just go full door. No window.
Well, you got a camera.
I got that ring cam. That's a good point. And they didn't have ring cams back then.
No.
They were back engineering UFOs, but they didn't have ring cams.
Well, they couldn't figure out the UFOs.
Right. So, so forget about a ring cam.
Ring cam. You're asking a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. You're telling me you got a cell phone app, but you can't back engineer this UFO? I don't think so.
They didn't have Wi-Fi then. What are you going to hook up to?
They're all plugged in.
Yeah.
They're still like, Mom, don't pick up the phone. I'm online trying to back engineer this UFO. No,
Isn't it weird when people have full glass front doors that they keep open?
Full glass front doors. Like, meaning that's the whole front door?
Like, they've got, the first door is a full glass front door, and then they've got the front door.
Right.
But they keep the front door open, and the glass door is just, you can see everything that's going on in the house.
Well, sometimes you do it on a nice day.
I think that's psychotic.
And sometimes they put a screen in if it's a nice day.
Well, you don't want people just looking at your
you have a front window. A lot of people have big front windows.
No. He doesn't know how people live outside of Staten
I
Island.
know how people live outside of Staten Island.
He grew up in New Jersey, though. You think that they have...
I just think it's weird.
In Staten Island, I'd keep my door shut and locked, too, to be fair.
No, like, the door is locked, but, like, it's open.
You let the sun come in. The dog sits right at the door, letting the sun beam down on her.
We used to do that. We had a door like that, and we used to do that for Dexter.
And some people don't live in shitty neighborhoods.
It's not a shitty neighborhood thing. It's not a shitty neighborhood thing. It's that...
How would you know?
I wouldn't want everybody just, like, being able to walk by and look inside my house.
Nobody cares about your house.
But people have front windows, too, you can look in and see.
And you got that nice piece of property.
I do.
People are looking into the Taft estate.
Like, man,
see what I'm watching.
He's sitting pretty.
Isn't that crazy? He's like...
wow, NYPD Blue again.
He goes like this. Sam, you should post all your intimate family details on social media.
I didn't
But the
say
last
that.
thing I want is a passerby looking in my screen door.
I said, like, if you're on vacation for a day,
what's he talking
let us
about?
know about it.
I let you know.
After the fact.
Yeah, on your socials.
Yeah.
On your socials.
I was on vacation.
Nice. It's nice to let people know.
It's antisocial.
It is. You don't want it. You don't want your socials just to be a billboard.
Here's
of
another
your
wrestling
stuff.
clip.
No, I told my friends.
That stings.
That's not. I didn't mean it that way.
That hurts like a hellfire missile.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it that way.
That one hit me. I didn't hit it bounce off.
And you're not missile proof? You don't have that UFO tech?
Yeah, because I can look through my text messages from you, but I don't think I got one.
No, you wouldn't have.
In fact, I got less.
Yeah.
I was asking him all sorts of questions.
Well, I wasn't talking to work people.
Oh.
Oh.
You're checked out?
Little. I was trying to enjoy myself, just talking to my friends.
Group chat was a lot of just me and Hot Dog going back and forth.
Sometimes it gets that way, right?
It does.
Yeah.
Sam has left the chat.
Yeah. Sometimes I tap out for a bit, let these guys handle it. I'm busy. All right, so
we're inching closer.
We're inching closer. UFO deflecting a Hellfire missile that was filmed by an MQ-9 drone on October 30th, 2024. Just 11 months ago. Was shown in front of Congress for the first time. What did Congress say? Did they go like, yeah, big deal?
They said,
No, I don't know. Ask Sean about it. Ask Real World Sean about it.
Yeah, the object remained intact and kept moving, raising urgent questions about technology beyond known military capabilities.
Huh. At least it will tell you about. That's the other thing. A lot of these videos end up just being like military technology that they've been lying to us about.
Journalist George Knapp says there are servers. What? Why are you laughing?
Because George Knapp is like, isn't he the UFO guy?
Yeah, probably. He's still a journalist.
Yeah, I mean, but his beat is UFOs are real.
Okay, somebody's got to take that beat.
That's not a beat. That's already you already have the answer. George Knapp is the UFO guy, right? Yeah.
Sam's just like
because Travis said journalist George Knapp said.
I'm reading the article.
And it's a UFO story, and I go, what do you think he's going to say? That'd be like saying journalist Mick West said it's probably not a UFO. Like, yeah, I know he said that.
Well, that's why they have him there, because he's giving his side and like what he knows.
Yeah.
Right.
Journalist George Knapp saed that there are servers where there's whole banks of these kinds of videos that Congress has not been allowed to see.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Now you do, thanks to George
Thanks
Knapp.
to George Knapp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're shitting on George Knapp.
What did Mick West say?
It's bullshit.
Did he?
No, I don't know.
Shock, right?
I'm just taking a guess. I'm sure if you went to his page, you'd be like, well, it's camera flare.
Representatives testified that no U.S. technology is capable of surviving such a strike.
And if there's one people that won't lie to us,
it's the U.S.
It's
government.
U.S. representatives.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
I trust all of them on both sides.
I do too.
Even when they contradict each other.
They're the best of us. Benny and PA?
Salutations, boy!
Salutations, Benny.
So, yes. Well, I think I figured I'll understand why Travis doesn't like to have his door open. Not only because he lives on the island, but also because he doesn't want the neighbor seeing all the empty liquor bottles.
Oh, yeah, that's
from the
true.
night before.
That's true.
And, and how do you do it, Travis? Do you take your recycling for all them bottles, like, to behind a store somewhere and throw it in their recycling bin?
No, I go to the coin place and I get my 5 cents.
Smart. Because let me tell you something. 'Cause I don't know if you've been in neighborhoods where, like, there will be people who enter the neighborhood on recycling day to go through everybody's trash cans to get all their
I have
cans.
a little lady.
Yeah.
A little Chinese lady. She's like this big.
You should tell her where Travis lives. She'll make a
Never
mint.
had- yeah.
A mint.
She's going to clean house.
Oh, yeah, she'll become the elite.
They work hard, man.
I know.
Bro, I honestly respect the hustle.
Never bothers me.
This woman's probably, I'm not shitting you not, probably 110 years old.
And she's just got big, giant, clear plastic bags?
And on like a stick.
Yeah.
And then she has like the bag here, bag over there. And she'll sneak in, and I've tried to talk to her before, like, hey, you don't live here? Who said you could come in? And she's just like,
You say that to her?
Yeah, of course.
Don't narc her out, bro.
No, I know.
She's trying to make a living.
She's like, and just kind of says something. I'm like, all right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You're harmless.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah. What are you taking cans?
That's a lot of work for a little money.
It is.
The return
They
is
need
not
it.
great.
No, but they need. I respect the hustle.
Me too.
Yeah.
You can't knock the hustle.
No.
No.
Does that mean I can come over and rummage through your recycling?
Yeah, as long as you don't come in the house, yes.
You saw me on your ring cam.
Travis is out there. He's looking through the recycling. Maybe I should have a talk with McClure. This doesn't seem right.
Times are tough, man.
No, I know they're tough. But they're about to get a lot better.
Oh.
America 250's coming up.
Yeah.
And we have confirmed we're getting our UFC White House show. Because there were some things that they said, like apparently the UFC Octagon weighs like a crazy amount.
Really?
Like it's an insane, which I guess makes sense because you don't want these two giant men getting thrown into the side and then the whole thing shifts or tips over.
Right.
So the base is like, I mean, it's like tons. It's very, very heavy. So they had to figure out, like, they said it was in doubt for a moment because they had to figure out, like, what spot on the White House lawn can take that kind of weight. But I guess they found it because as of a couple days ago, they confirmed that as part of America 250, which it feels like this is just where we're beginning. So Well, I think it's going to be huge. It says the UFC cage match is going to be on the White House lawn. There's going to be an octagon cage on the South lawn. There's going to be a full fight card. There's going to be weigh-ins at the Lincoln Memorial.
That's sick.
That's so sick. Jumbo screens on Ellipse. What's Ellipse? What is that? Don't know. Another part of the White House, I'm sure. And possible, no, Oval Office walkout.
Oh, jeez.
I mean,
I still don't understand how they're going to logistically do this.
Well, you're not going to be able to take part in this then.
I don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know either because they said...
the Ellipse is the huge circular lawn near the White House that the public has access to.
Oh, so maybe there'll be like runoff seating there.
That's where they're probably going to seat most people, and then
like the front, the top people, the front row, the Theo Vaughns of the world.
The Jim Nortons of the world.
What's it going to be like when Theo Vaughn is sitting by himself for the undercard on the White House lawn?
I love that photo. He's a real one.
Yeah, well, he said some of the best fights he's ever seen have been on the prelims. So he goes for all the fights. Yeah, I'm
that makes more sense.
Look, I feel two ways about this. Number one, yes, it's absurd. But number two, I do feel like America 250 should be a total absurdist celebration of everything that is us. And if you think this isn't us, you're in denial.
Plus, things look cool.
That's what it should be. Like, America 250 should just be like, look at how ridiculous and cool we are.
UFC at the White House. Just that whole, image.
Mm-hmm.
I remember WrestleMania at Caesar's Palace outside.
It's great. WrestleMania 9.
It's iconic.
Iconic.
Like you think about oh wow, they're doing a WrestleMania outside.
Yeah.
It's all dressed up like Caesar's Palace.
Now it's in the White House lawn.
It kind of feels like the same thing to me.
Yeah.
It's a spectacle.
Except imagine if Yokozuna came out from the Oval Office. That would have been even
do
better.
That this year?
Unfortunately not. Yoko's no longer with us.
What about Mr. Fuji?
Mr. Fuji's also no longer with us.
Shit.
Brett's still around. Bret Hart could do it.
He was on Simpsons.
He was definitely on Simpsons. He will remind you of that, too. Although he's Canadian, so he might not be invited to America 250.
Oh, yeah.
Unless they're the 51st state by then. Don't know for sure. That's not until July 4th. I don't know if this card is happening July 4th proper or around July 4th.
No, didn't they announce when it was? I think June.
Yeah, I think it's maybe the Saturday, because I think July 4th is a Saturday this year, which is going to be lit. If July 4th,
for us.
Why? Because we won't be on the air?
No, we won't get a day off.
No, but I mean, we're going to need some recovery.
Everyone will get the Friday off.
Yeah, and we take Fridays off. We'll take the Thursday off.
Nice.
I mean, technically, we didn't get any time off for July 4th this year either.
Yeah, that's because
I'm that type of guy. I'm lit. So, you remember that?
Yeah, no.
How did you feel about it?
I don't remember putting my days this next year.
Yeah, no, I think the AI overview says July 4th, but I think it was like June 29th or something like that. I think I did read that too. I think it might be the week before for whatever reason. But yeah, I want to know what other events are happening for America 250.
Concert?
Who should play?
Kid Rock?
I think that actually is happening. Who should do? I think either Tim Dillon or Nate Bargatze should do stand-up.
Nate wouldn't do it.
Nate wouldn't do America 250? Why not?
He's apolitical.
Yeah, but it's America 250. America 250 is apolitical.
At the White House?
It's America.
It needs to be Tim Dillon all the way.
Yeah, Tim Dillon.
Tim Dillon and Theo.
Yes.
That's a lineup, bro.
That would be a pretty good lineup. That would be pretty good. I go see that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We should probably do the show in Washington, D.C. for America 250.
You think they got the budget for it?
No.
That's
a couple train tickets.
We probably have to get some tax dollars on that.
We do have a studio there, I think, still.
No. I want to do it from the White House lawn.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if we could just do it from Zoom. Like set up a laptop. Can we do the show that way?
Maybe we set up a laptop on the White House lawn.
That'd be sick.
And then Zoom back into here. Mike, unfortunately, you have to stay. Run the board.
I'm the most American one here.
I know, but what can I tell you? It is what it is. McClure's idea.
Can we have AJ run the board?
No, he has no idea how to do it. It's got to be you. Sorry, bud.
What about Susumu?
Susumu can't handle that kind of pressure.
I'll load up Foo Fighters for him.
He'll like that. Susumu's my board up on the wrestling channel, but he took the show completely off the rails yesterday.
Did he?
Oh,
no. Yeah.
Why?
What happened?
Because there's like this. I'm just trying to talk about my wrestling, and there's this on NXT, which is one of the WWE programs. The show ended with the 3 top girls in NXT, and the one girl said, "I'm the greatest champion that has ever been." And then the 3 top girls from Raw and SmackDown showed up. Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vaquer, and Tiffany Stratton. Those are the 3 top girls from the main roster. NXT is the developmental show. And they said, oh, yeah? And so it ended saying there's going to be a showdown between these 3 top ladies and those 3 ladies. Now, the 3 top ladies that showed up are 3 of the biggest ladies in wrestling right now. So it's a very lopsided competition, right? It's like those 3 are clearly going to kill these 3 women in NXT. So as I'm talking about it, I see Susumu jump up. And I'm like looking. It's not that big of a room. And he's looking at AJ, who's my producer on that show. And he goes, now. And AJ's like, okay. And I see it all happening. Like, I don't know. Susumu doesn't realize that I'm observing what's going on in front of me. I'm trying to do a show, but also I'm not one of these weirdo hosts that are so ego driven that I'm in my own bubble and nothing else going on around. You know what I mean?
Do you know what they're doing?
No. Okay. No clue.
Okay, continue.
I didn't even tell them I was going to talk about it. I don't tell them. I just start talking.
So he's right here. AJ's where Mike is.
AJ's where Mike is.
He's going, go
now. Go. And AJ starts going on the computer to pull it. And then I look at the monitor in front of me that's connected to the computer that AJ is on. And there's a meme that is apparently very hot right now of a hydrogen bomb versus a coughing baby.
Okay.
Have you seen this meme?
No.
It's very hot, right? They tell me. I found out about it yesterday.
Hansel?
What?
So hot.
Yeah, Hansel. It's hydrogen bomb. Yeah, that's it. Coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb.
Okay.
And so, that's the exact thing that's on the screen, right?
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why it's there.
That's it?
And then Susumu sits down with his arms crossed. Oh, yeah.
He's proud.
But I'm not familiar with the meme. I'm kind of a boomer, so I don't know about the meme.
You just learned about 6'7".
I just learned about 6'7". I don't know hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. Mike, did you know about hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby?
This is the first time hearing.
Troy?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank God. Thank God for me. So in the middle, I'm going, and Susumu's sitting there like this, and AJ's looking at me because AJ knows me a little better than Susumu, and AJ's looking at me going waiting to see how I'm going to react. He's not as sold on this bit, whatever it is, as Susumu is. He's like, okay, I'm doing this because Susumu told me, but also I think his gut is if it goes south, Sam will blame Susumu, not me. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So I'm putting it up because Susumu told me. Now, AJ does outrank Susumu.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he took the order, but he took the order regardless. And so I swear, and you can listen back to it, mid-conversation, I go, yeah, so we saw them at the end of NXT, and we saw... Susumu, why did you put a picture of a hydrogen bomb versus a coughing baby on the screen? I swear to God, I looked at it, and I thought it was just the desktop that was left by another show because it was just black in the background. I thought it was just so I go why was there all that commotion? And then just this thing, did something fail on the computer? I go, what was that commotion I just saw, Susumu?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, because, the NXT women are the coughing baby and the other women are the hydrogen bomb. It's very one-sided. And I was like, so you're saying that those women versus the NXT women are like a hydrogen bomb versus a coughing baby? And he just...
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I guess you could make that comparison. And then he was like, I'm surprised you haven't seen this meme before. And I was like, well, I haven't. So, but if you're telling me it's a meme, yeah, I go, I don't know if it's that. And I don't even know how to go with the joke because I don't know what the meme is. Yeah. So I go that feels a little harsh on the NXT women. I don't know if I said maybe they're like some sticks of dynamite or something. I don't think they're as harmless as a coughing baby is as compared to a hydrogen bomb. A hydrogen bomb is about as powerful a weapon as you could possibly get. But you think coughing baby, Susumu? And he's giggling. He said, yeah, that's what I think. It's like, all right.
You're in the middle of a hot take.
I was trying to develop, sometimes like, and you know how I operate. Sometimes I know that there's something there. So I start talking because my brain opens up within the conversation.
Yeah.
Like I can feel that there's something there. So I'm going to talk it out because I know it'll be unlocked as I talk. And so as I'm in the process of unlocking what I know is there, I see a picture of a hydrogen bomb versus a coughing baby, and Susumu with his arms folded, like he's really accomplished something, and AJ looking at me going like, I don't know how this is going to go, but let's see. And I go, why is there a picture of a hydrogen bomb versus a coughing baby? I don't know why this is there, but Susumu was pretty confident. And then a caller calls up, and he goes, I'm surprised you haven't seen that meme before, Sam. I have seen that meme around. I mean, I guess you could make the comparison. That's as strong as his endorsement of this bit was. And Susumu starts pumping his arms in the air like, yes, I did it. I'm successful.
He was proud.
And then I had to stop again to go like, hang on, caller. I want you to know that lukewarm, flaccid endorsement of what we just said has caused Susumu to jump up and down like he's Rocky Balboa. Like he thinks this is a real victory for him. I feel like you were just being polite. And the caller, I believe, confirmed that he was indeed just being polite. But Susumu was grinning ear to ear because he had really pulled off. Yeah, he'd really pulled off this great. And then AJ informed me. You know, the show starts at noon. This conversation happened, I mean, probably 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Like it was deep into the show, and you know. AJ informed me that 10 minutes before the show, he had this image on standby. That Susumu, 10 minutes before the show even started, he had gone to AJ and said, should Sam bring up the end of last night's NXT, you have to make sure that this image gets shown to him.
And AJ was just like, okay.
AJ said, okay.
AJ's got to crack some skulls.
And then, but that's why. And then AJ was like, I don't know if this is an appropriate time to put up this image. But Susumu started shouting, now, do it now.
Go time.
Forgot about.
Now. I mean, that's what it was. It was
actually vocalized?
Yeah, there was so much commotion going on over there.
It's an audio medium.
Well, yeah, it was. The mic was off, and it was like a heavy whisper where I could hear it. And I'm sure you could hear commotion in the background. And it is an audio medium. Which brings even more.
Good point, Mike.
I mean, it's a great point because
people forget.
Not only can they hear a heavy whisper, but they can't see the image of the hydrogen bomb and the coughing baby.
I hope you're planning on clipping this out because I want to see this.
You do?
I want to see the visual of this. Yes.
Plus, you could put the image of the hydrogen bomb and the coughing baby in the clip
on the video.
Yeah.
All right.
That sounds like a train wreck, but I think that could amount to some gold.
I'm glad you said, because I flick switches in my brain all the time.
And because you're in the middle of it.
Right. And when I'm doing the wrestling show, it's like, okay, what's hot and topical for a wrestling audience?
Sure.
So I don't even think, but now you tell me, no, I'd like to see a clip of this.
Yeah. And people love funny sometimes. This can just be,
Funny as money.
Yeah, funny as money.
Good point.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to have AJ make a clip of this then.
Good.
And I'll do that for you guys, because
I want to see it.
Yeah.
You do?
Because the way you explained it's hysterical.
Because you guys will also see it in my face, like...
Okay.
Like what?
And we'll be able to see Susumu, right?
Yeah, I think that'll be
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay, good.
Yeah. John in Michigan. What's up, John?
Samuel, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I found out about the hydrogen baby and the coughing bomb, so I'm pretty good.
So I have a quick question. I apologize if I'm off topic, but my dear sweet lady went and bought a 6'3" Art the Clown animatronic for Halloween, and she had me set it up on September 5th. What is the proper time to set up Halloween decorations?
Honestly, for me, and I don't do it, I just don't have the time. Like, I would like to retire and become the elaborate Halloween decorations guy in the neighborhood. Like, that sounds like a real goal for me. I just never have time to do it. But I honestly feel like when people start doing it at Labor Day, I like it. I get excited. I do. I like it.
No.
I like early decorations, though. I'm not one of these people that go, it's not time yet.
October 1st.
No, because then you only get a month of it.
That's all you need.
No, I like...
Then it's not special.
Honestly, I like people who do Christmas decorations the day after Halloween.
Oh, good. You should talk to my family.
Do you know about the Burrs?
I can't talk to all of them. I don't know. Go ahead, Troy.
I mean, my current family.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
So, Clarice is down in Florida working at a Filipino restaurant called Kaya in Orlando.
I got to have a bite there. I heard it's very good.
Excellent. And she comes in the other day, and they're putting up the Christmas tree.
No.
Yes.
That's insane.
And she's like, what are you doing?
In September.
And Chef Lowe, the head chef there, is like, it's the beginning of the Burrs.
Oh, I think I was just hearing about...
Bill?
No, I didn't know it was called Burrs, but I was just listening...
And this is like a major Filipino thing. They start celebrating Christmas.
Yes, I was listening to something about Filipino Christmas on the radio. That's right.
That's funny. That's really funny.
That's 100% legit. The Filipinos are all talking about Christmas right now.
They love the Burrs.
Oh, I got to hit up.
And Clarice was like, what are you talking about? She's like, it's the Burrs. Like, what do you mean you don't like?
And they were mad at her.
They're like, how do you not know about the Burrs?
The Burrs is the beginning of Christmas?
The September, October,
November, December.
So that's the
Burrs.
The Burrs. So it's the same. It's not like like in the Philippines they have a different Christmas. It's the same day. It's just you celebrate it through the Burrs.
Yes, there you go.
That's so sick.
They are serious about their Christmas.
I love that.
Yeah.
I wish we were.
I hate that.
Why?
Because I feel like it loses its specialness.
That's
really the only reason.
The more the better.
I feel like if you put up the tree like super early, I really love the Christmas season. I love it. But I like to look forward to it and then like really enjoy it, not have it sit around for 2 months.
I think the only thing you do wrong is leaving I get mad at leaving decorations up too long. Like Christmas done by New Year's.
Yes.
Honestly, Halloween, the day after Halloween, you have to take it all down.
November 1st.
November 1st done.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like swap it out. Put the Christmas decorations up right now.
Or at least put the turkey up.
If you want to do a Thanksgiving decoration, do a Thanksgiving decoration. But
you can leave out all the fall decorations.
Right.
Yeah. November 1st, not one.
Are you okay?
cobweb.
Are you okay with or Travis? November 1st, the tree goes.
No.
Okay.
No.
So you're a Thanksgiving guy.
If I had it my way, it would be Thanksgiving. Yes.
Wow.
But I've relented in the last couple of years. My daughter wants to put the tree up earlier. They were literally talking about it like 2 days ago because my wife realized that Thanksgiving is like super late this year. So she's like, oh, we're only going to have a couple weeks with the tree. So
how late is Thanksgiving?
I think it's like the last Thursday in November this year.
What a fucking turd burger.
You're getting ripped here.
I know. Let's get it early.
So like I already know we're going to have to put the tree up in like mid-November.
That's sick.
And like it's not like I hate it. Like I love it and I want to continue to love it. It's like getting too much of something that you love. You know?
Yeah. No. Yeah, I'm fine with early. Late, I don't like. Early, love. November 27th?
Yeah. But you feel like September 1st you would put up Halloween decorations? It's not even Halloween time yet.
I would probably not. However, when I drive past a house in the neighborhood that already is putting up Halloween decorations, it makes me happy. But I also love Halloween.
I love Halloween too, but I associate Halloween with
Halloween
October,
2 is good, but I think it's not quite as good as people think.
What about Halloween 3? That really threw people.
Love Season of the Witch. All right, let's take a break. Nathan McIntosh is coming in. Sit tight. He'll be in here with us in just a moment.
We'll be right back with Sam Roberts Show.
The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
Christine did the right girlfriend thing for years. Like, I'll watch Sixers games. I like basketball. One day it was a fight, but that's where the truth bomb smashed, and she was like, I don't give a shit about the Sixers or Eagles or any of that stuff at all. And then all I saw was, when I was broke, the money I've paid for us to go to games and stuff, and I'm like, why?
The Bonfire, weeknights at 5 p.m. Eastern on Faction Talk, or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
This is Stephen A. Smith, and I've got something to say. Safety in the streets, the economy, immigration. Without those things handled to some degree, our country will continue to erode and deteriorate. I do not like operating on the fringes. The extremes give a false indication that you can get everything that you want. That is not how things go in the United States of America.
Straight Shooter with Stephen A. Premiering live next Wednesday, September 17th, 6 p.m. East on POTUS, Channel 124, and on the Sirius XM app.
The biggest game of the season, right here, right now.
Starts Saturday strong. It's Big Noon Saturday on Fox.
And here we go.
It all starts at 10 Eastern with Big Noon Kickoff, live with an epic pregame.
The crowd, the atmosphere, this is what makes it special.
Then it's America's #1 game.
What a hit.
The best pregame, the best announcers, the biggest games.
Down the sideline, touchdown.
It's Big Noon Saturday, noon Eastern on Fox.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, and I'm here to help you cancel those outrageous cell phone bills. Ever sign up for one of those too-good-to-be-true phone deals? 1 minute you're feeling great, then suddenly you're paying over $1,000 a year. Crazy, right? You know who else thinks that's crazy? Red Pocket Mobile. That's why Red Pocket plans start at just $10 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data with no contracts and no price increases ever. Plus, Red Pocket gives you access to all 3 5G networks. You pick the one that works best where you live or work, or switch anytime for better coverage. Imagine never being stuck with one network again. And with Red Pocket, you keep your phone and your number. Why in the world would you not switch? Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Switch now and get one locked-in low price, 3 5G networks, and live customer care in less than 2 minutes. Go to redpocket.com. That's redpocket.com, redpocket.com.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Look, we all have people that we go to when we want to discuss the problems going on in our lives, whatever issues that we're facing, whether that's the group text, whether that's friends at work. A lot of them aren't even listening. A lot of them are so concerned with their own issues, they're not paying attention to you. They're just smiling and nodding. That doesn't help. If I were you, I'd go to BetterHelp. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct, and they're fully licensed in the U.S., fully online, and you can pause your subscription whenever you need to. You can switch therapists anytime, no extra cost. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Teft. That's BetterHelp.com/TEFFT.
A new NFL season means a fresh start and fresh styles. At NFLShop.com, you'll find the latest jerseys, hats, and sideline gear to rep your team all season long. From rookies making their debut to legends, NFLShop.com has it all. Score exclusive styles you won't find anywhere else and show up ready for every kickoff and big play. Fan like a pro and shop now at NFLShop.com.
Hey, Metallica family, this is James.
It's Lars. This is Kirk.
It's Robert.
It really means a lot to have our own channel here on Sirius XM.
For us to be able to have a platform to share the music that we love, the music that we create, the music that inspires us.
The most Metallica anywhere. Maximum Metallica.
Do you want heaven?
Channel 42 and the Sirius XM app. On right now.
See website for details. BillsHappen.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to BillsHappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
BillsHappen.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
Imagine feeling younger, sharper, full of energy. At Bespoke Biologics, we're using stem cells to fight the aging process. And patients like Dr. Belinda Torres from Ohio are loving the results.
The energy I feel, I'm just hopping out of bed and I'm waking up earlier, and not just waking up earlier, but waking up refreshed and ready to go for the day.
The medical team at Bespoke Biologics uses a proprietary line of stem cells to treat a variety of health conditions, from heart disease to Alzheimer's. But they're also treating people who just want to look and feel younger.
I'm able to focus more, able to read longer, and really not have to reread things. I'm falling asleep earlier, which I've never even done with all the sleeping aids I've tried.
Ready to explore what's possible for you? Schedule your introductory call at BespokeStemCell.com.
I highly recommend everyone to go through this wonderful experience at Bespoke Biologics. Really, it's like life-changing.
BespokeStemCell.com. That's BespokeStemCell.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA.
Paid non-attorney spokesman. An important message for victims of asbestos exposure, even if you smoked. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with mesothelioma or lung cancer from exposure to asbestos, call the Victims Justice Group now. You may be entitled to a portion of the $30 billion in court-ordered trust fund money that has been set aside for mesothelioma or lung cancer patients and their families. Asbestos can be found at job sites and factories, and many workers were unknowingly exposed to dangerous asbestos fibers from the 1950s through the 1980s. The attorneys and staff working with the Victims Justice Group have decades of experience and fully understand the complexities of filing a claim to get you the maximum payment for your pain and suffering. If you or someone you love was diagnosed with mesothelioma or lung cancer, even if you smoked, call now for a free consultation and get the help and financial compensation you deserve. Call our asbestos exposure helpline now at 1-800-336-5078. That's 1-800-336-5078.
We're back. The Sam Roberts Show.
Nathan McIntosh is in the building. Nathan will be performing at the Campbellton Awesome Festival. That's what it says on this paper.
That is, yeah, that's a place that I will be. That's so funny that that's the one that gets said.
In Campbellton, New Brunswick, Canada, next Friday.
Yep.
He's featured on the new season of Nateland Presents the Showcase, available on the Nateland YouTube channel. And his latest special, Down with Tech, is available on his YouTube channel, Nathan McIntosh.
I can't believe it's called the Awesome Festival. You know what's funny? You just let me know that it's called the Awesome Festival.
The Campbellton Awesome Festival. So it's not like it's awesome by Campbellton standards.
Yeah, I was going to say it must be the first thing they've ever done, you know? Like the first festival ever, somebody was like, this is awesome. I'm assuming this is the first festival they've ever put together in Campbellton.
Right. So it is awesome. It's awesome that there's
awesome.
a festival.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I've been to a lot of parts of the Maritimes, never Campbellton, and I can't wait for the awesomeness. You know,
yeah.
I'm honestly shocked already just thinking about it. I think it's gonna be pretty awesome.
Awesome. I think so too. I really do. Now you're a big pro Canada individual.
I mean, that's where I'm from. Yeah.
Right,
what is this? Where are we going with this? Why are we gonna ask
highly politically charged?
Please.
Yeah. We're gonna.
I'm a big Canada individual. Yeah. But so you'd say you're against the 51st state talk.
That has to be what we're doing. No. This is bigger than that.
Wow.
This is bigger than that. Okay, because something that we've been doing for, I want to say the last couple of weeks, but I think it's been months now, is we've been constructing a tournament of the best alt-rock one-hit wonders of the 90s.
Okay.
And part of that exercise was going to the calls. We'd say, this band, this song, blah, blah, blah. And people would call up and say, no, they had more than one hit because of this, because of that, because of this, because of that. And one of the most highly debated groups was the Crash Test Dummies.
Yeah.
Canadian group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And in this room, we vehemently said this is far and away a one-hit wonder. But every Canadian said, no. They have many, many hits.
What are they? Can you tell me what they are again right now?
They're a band.
Yeah, no, the band, I know that they're a band.
Right.
Also, I'm just saying what the songs were. Sure. And that's the one you're saying is their number one, yeah.
But then people started calling up saying, what about the ballad of, this ballad of Peter something or other was a big one that they said.
Yeah, well.
The ballad of Peter Pumpkinhead.
Right. And so, but this is all to say, as we said, not only are these not hits, but your government, and Nathan, I say that to you too, your government.
My government. Mark Harding personally, yeah, what do you do?
I don't know if this is some kind of greater psyop. I don't know if this is something done to create an unfounded sense of cultural identity or loyalty. But in Canada, you guys have to play Canadian artists on the radio.
Yes.
And what it's done is it's made Canadians feel like they've done more to export entertainment than they actually have. Because if you don't leave Canada, you don't realize nobody plays these songs on the radio except for you guys. And the only reason you're doing it is because they're Canadian.
Well, a little bit of that. Some of it's good. I mean, the Ballad of Peter Pumpkinhead, we used to do that. That was our Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay.
We
that
used
makes
to
a lot of sense.
Yeah, they used to wave the flag in the morning. We had to drink a big, tall glass of maple syrup and and sing that. And we had to finish them both at the same time.
Wow.
It's tough. But
and you're gargling at that point.
Gargling, you're choking, you're dying.
Sure. Only the strongest.
Only the strongest survive. That's why everybody in Canada's big necks, thick, slap shots.
Yeah, lumberjacks.
Yes. Yeah. Except me, I'm the only one.
Well, you came over here.
I failed the test.
Sure.
I lost a lot of body fat percentage when I crossed the border. But yes, we have to play Canadian stuff because this place, okay, your government, all right, I'm not trying to be crazy, but your government has to tell everyone about everything that's happening within it.
Right.
So we have to know, the whole world, people in South Korea have to know about some guy who was on The Sopranos who has an album. Has to be told.
You talking about Uncle June?
Does he have an album?
He does.
There you go.
He does have an album.
Yes.
Yeah. Uncle June has an album.
Perfect.
Well, but I would argue that, and this is also something we clearly discovered, America is the greatest exporter of entertainment in the entire world, and not by a little, by a lot. And not only are we the greatest exporter of entertainment, entertainment is also our greatest and possibly only export.
I would say yes. Well, I wouldn't say yes. I would say entertainment is one.
Right.
Fast food's another.
Ooh.
The country and I'm not saying this is bad.
Go ahead.
But there were people in Tibet, right, having a calm day with an eggplant. And then America said, no. Turn the music up to 100. Burn your eyes directly out of your face watching some woman shake her ass or do something while eating fast food.
Right.
It cannot be worse. The bread is sugar. The meat is nothing. The cheese is a grocery bag that we melted onto the burger that is nothing.
Right.
Take it. Eat it.
Right.
Jam it into your face.
But you know what happened? Everybody took all that stuff and were like, oh my God, you guys are right. This is great.
They also ended up in the hospital and their knees don't work. But they do think it's great.
Delicious.
It is pretty great.
And that's what I mean. We're short-term people.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
This whole place, though, is entertainment in terms all of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, 35% of music on the radio must be Canadian.
Good.
That's a crime. And it's shrouding.
Good.
It's shrouding all of you guys.
No, it isn't.
And it's making you think that you're better than you are.
Kim Mitchell is a hero.
You think so?
Kim Mitchell might as well go for a soda. Should be played every hour on the hour, coast to coast.
Does anybody here know anything about Kim Mitchell? Might as well be a soda.
First of all, I like all of our names. For the Ballad of Peter Pumpkinhead, and the song I just said is a very real one. Might as well go for a soda.
Might as well go for a soda.
Real song.
You just don't have a lot going on.
It's about instead of going to war,
right?
Get a pop. Go to the vending machine and get a can of Coke.
Honestly,
Mitchell, yep.
It is a better philosophy than we have.
I don't know why he went for soda, though. I'm assuming he's singing it at Americans because we don't say soda. We say pop. So I'm guessing he's looking at you guys or somebody in the world, and he's going, just, buddy, sit down and get a soda.
It's probably us because there's two things that we love, war and soda.
Yeah.
So it probably is directed right to us.
And entertainment, and war becomes entertainment. But either way, this place, can I also say, did anybody bring this up? I don't think, he didn't make it personally. I'm going to say that he did. Maybe the best one-hit wonder from Canada, Bret Hart. From the 90s, I mean, the old man only had one song.
Right.
I don't think that he literally put it together, but I'd like to think that he did.
Bret the Hitman Hart?
Yeah, he made that song.
Which song is
His
that?
theme song.
That's his. So you're saying
I'm saying he put it together, yes.
Right, there's no vocals to it.
Doesn't need them.
Just the guitar riff.
You know exactly what it is. You know what's happening.
Yeah. I didn't realize that you credited pro wrestlers' theme music with the wrestler. Like, the wrestler composes their own music.
They have to.
Right. That's what makes it there.
Yeah, well, back in the at Hard House, when Stu was down there, wrenching on a guy's neck or whatever, he would scream into their ear, make your own theme song.
Right.
Get some trunks.
That's the old school way of doing it.
100%. Yeah. So you'd be out there on the road with a Wendy's cup, just banging away with some straws, trying to get a beat going.
Sure.
And Brett learned he made that in Lethbridge.
Are you a big wrestling guy, or is Bret Hart one of the things that they force feed you in Canada because it's like we have to have some kind of nationalistic pride?
Bret Hart goes to every company every day and
wow.
Yeah, across the entire country. It's crazy.
What? No, I mean only Bret can do that.
Thank God there's time changes.
Sure.
I used to be a pretty big wrestling fan. I also met Bret Hart one time. Very quickly, my friend. So I was in Calgary. My friend is a huge Bret Hart fan. He's like, "We got to go to Hart House." I go, "Great." We went to this place called Humpty's. It's this like little breakfast place, diner thing. And we're sitting in there before we go to the Hart House. I look over. I go, "Buddy, that's Bret Hart." Bret Hart was in there, giant man sitting with a smaller man. Mm-hmm. So we went over and talked to him. We're like, "Hey man, we were just going to go to Hart House," and he's like, "Heard of it?" And then we got a picture with him. And that's
he was a nice guy though.
Very nice man.
Canadian.
Well, two Canadians. I mean, what's he going to do?
Right. Let's hear a little Kim Mitchell.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Go for Soda. I've never even heard of this song. But this is, and again, this is what the Canadians are convinced is a great
food and entertainment that's brought to us from here. You think about it. You get up every day. Not you, but just somebody.
One.
Yeah. What?
One.
You get up at 1.
No. One gets up.
One. A human
I get
gets
up later than 1 a.m.
I've never seen credits in a music video, and that's awesome.
Well, because a lot of people would watch this music video going like, who do I give credit to on this
Hall
one?
Train.
It's full credits, too. I mean, there's
special effects.
There's the best.
Hall Train.
The best boy is on here.
Whoever handed the soda to the man.
Soda Flex special effect.
So okay, you one gets up. You reach for a breakfast Baconator.
Oh yeah,
right.
Good.
Double cheese, super eggs, none of it real. You also pick up your phone and you're eating. Your eyes are eating trash and your body is eating trash.
Right.
You're malnourished. You're drunk. You barely know what's going on.
Right, and you're furious at what you're reading.
So furious. You don't even know why you're angry.
Right.
You haven't drank water in years. You can't understand why every time somebody even says hello to you, you want to literally run them down in your car.
That's right.
You don't know why.
Right. As a matter of fact, it's almost like your fury bank is open when you wake up.
Yeah.
So you have to just, whatever's on your phone has to fill the fury before you start the day.
It's pure fast food at both ends.
Right.
And if McDonald's could promote fast food through the ass, like how people do like butt chugging.
Yeah.
If there was a way that McDonald's could promote Happy Meal anally.
That's right.
People would do it.
Like you, a boof. You boof your Happy Meal. Boofing Happy Meals.
So 3 ways. You're broken, you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
If Canada didn't every once in a while go, hey, guys, seriously, listen to yourselves, then we would constantly just be, covered by this place.
I see. So it almost has to be like, we can't do what they've done to themselves. We have to remember we're different.
Well, not only that, it's so strong and loud that if we didn't do something, we'd have nothing. We would have nothing. Kim Mitchell will be working at a Canadian Tire. He would have been rotating bolts.
Right. Boofing Happy Meals.
Jamming them directly into his ass.
And just shoving phones in his face.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's how you avoid it.
Yes.
I see.
By the government stepping in and going, guys, please. Seriously. We make stuff here.
Right.
We have a whole documentary about a great man who's from our place. Coming out soon.
Which documentary?
John Candy.
That's right. And the Degrassi documentary's coming out soon too.
Were you a Degrassi fan?
Huge.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I was not.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them? New Generation, the whole deal?
Mainly just New Generation.
Hilarious. Okay.
Yeah. I had aged out a little bit, but I didn't let that stop me. When you're in your 20s watching Teen Nick, you're close enough.
I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes. I was never really my...
It's great.
I believe you.
It's great.
I'm excited to watch the John Candy documentary.
And, Rick Moranis, too?
Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago when he was slammed in the face here in
And
New
it was
York.
the one time we finally said, all right, enough is enough.
Enough
It's
is
too
enough.
much.
And then nothing changed.
No,
When
it
does
didn't.
the violence stop? Little Rick Moranis walking down the street, his little Ghostbusters head gets rocked in the... You know, by the way, you didn't see probably because you're here.
I'm here.
Canadian Twitter that day. Buddy, people were livid. People were ready to find this guy and honest to God extradite him to our country and just tear him apart.
Just leave him hanging in the streets like a dictatorship's been overrun.
Mussolini, yes. People were like, how do you... You haven't seen Rick Moranis in 25 years.
Right.
He finally comes out of the house to get his kids more milk or whatever.
Right.
Rocked in the face. People were... Canadian Twitter was just...
Because you got to believe that Rick Moranis was probably like, this is why I don't come out.
This is why I don't come out.
This is why
I stopped making movies to be with my family. Then I made a country album. Then I was like, I'm done with all this shit.
I did it.
Yeah. But I need to go get... I'm going for a soda. He leaves his house to get a soda and gets punched in the face.
Right. He's getting furious over what he's seeing on TV. He's like, you know what? Might as well go for a soda. And he forgot. You're not in Canada, buddy.
Watch
You're
yourself.
in New York.
Yeah,
you go
watch
for
yourself.
a soda, expect a punch in the face from a stranger.
No reason.
No.
They're the only two on the street.
Right. And it's like, of anybody, even if you're like, you know what? I need to go out and punch a stranger in the face. Ah, shit. That's Rick Moranis. Can't do it. He's the only one I wouldn't have done it.
Nobody knows. I'm not to be, but anybody that's like under 30 would have no idea who Rick Moranis is.
I mean, you're probably right.
How would you know? You
Yeah.
weren't here. You missed it.
Yeah, because you're not going back and saying, like, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Great movie, but no.
Blew Up the Kid is even pretty good.
Yeah, it is. But Shrunk the Kids is great.
It's the best.
It's a good time.
It's the best. But, yeah, and Ghostbusters. The run that Rick Moranis had. Little Monsters. Yeah. Yeah, I did see the trailer for the John Candy doc. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. And if this man wasn't able to listen to something from Canada,
right?
He would have had a big jean jacket with his name on the back. He would have become he would have had huge. He would have got fake tits, big ass, huge
You think so?
lips. 100%.
Right.
He would have went full American.
And then you know what would have been really a shame? He would have died young.
Yeah.
And you'd hate that.
Younger. One year,
Oh, yeah,
one
that's right.
year
1
younger.
year younger. 1 year younger. Yeah, he just wouldn't have made that one last movie that nobody remembers.
What's the was it the one with what movie was it?
I don't know, Southland Tales or something like that.
Southland Tales.
His last movie, he was like, he had a Davy Crockett hat on.
Yeah, I keep thinking of that. Isn't it him and not Matthew Perry? It's him and Matthew Perry.
No,
Is that the movie I'm thinking of?
No, but that's somebody else.
Didn't they do like an adventure thing?
No, Chris Farley
Canadian
is Matthew.
Bacon.
Okay, Canadian Bacon was his last one.
That was his last movie.
Yeah,
Do you know that
Chris
Wagons East was before.
Do you know
Wagons East is the movie that I was thinking of, by the way. Wagons East, and the movie that you're thinking of was Chris Farley and
Yeah.
Matthew Perry.
Yes.
And that was when I believe that the plot of that movie was that they were trying to discover America, like they were trying to explore America before the other two did.
Almost Heroes.
Almost Heroes.
Oh, yeah.
That was Chris
yeah.
Farley's last movie.
Okay.
And Chris Farley is like a slightly more modern day John Candy, I suppose.
Sure. Do you know
America's John Candy?
Do you know the story of not the story, the plot behind Canadian Bacon? No. The American president is losing. Okay? So he's like, "Oh, what are we going to do? We got to blame somebody." They blame Canada.
You're kidding me.
I can't be. Why would I?
You wouldn't.
I couldn't.
You wouldn't.
That is 100% what that is.
Wow.
But that never played out in real life.
No.
Which is good.
That's because we keep winning.
You won't stop.
Look around.
Won't stop.
Sick of it.
Even the ones you don't win, you win. When I saw the license plate in Maryland, that's like War of 1812, and it's like a whole thing. It's like I'm looking at it like you lost that one. Bad.
Yeah.
The White House was burned to the ground.
Well, I don't remember, every little thing that happens.
I remember tits, McDonald's,
right,
ass,
and we're good at wars.
You've lost a few.
Yeah,
some didn't need to happen. But look,
a lot, yeah.
But
it's been tough. It's been tough.
It's been tough. It's been a tough.
It's been a tough run.
Years.
It's been a tough run. We're about to hit 250. We've had some good. We've had a lot of bad. But it's a great experiment, is what they call it.
It is a pretty good experiment. Well, by the way, what was the song? What's the song that you said was the best one-hit wonder from Canada? You think?
No. It was the one-hit wonder it's a general one-hit wonder.
Okay. Just from
so
the 90s,
Canadians are okay.
I gotcha.
But you can't just say I'm a one-hit wonder because I was on radio in Canada, because anybody can get on the radio in Canada if you're Canadian.
Not true, man.
I think that is.
That
I
is
just
100%
heard a song about soda that would prove my point.
Did you see the video?
I did
He's
see
in
the
a
video.
fridge. Now, how many people are dancing in a fridge in 85? You got to remember that. This is 85. You know how hard this was to do? 4 people died making this thing.
I mean, look at all of the credits. I know exactly how hard it was to do. Hundreds of people worked on this music video.
Hundreds of people they shrunk down Kim Mitchell, made him a little invisible, and put him on a fridge rack.
That's right.
Honest to God, 400 people for hours and hours, days, weeks, months. There's still people working on this.
You'd look at this as a young Canadian boy going, I can't believe technology has gotten to where it's gotten.
Yeah, you watch this and then you play Mario and you go, I live in I'm in the future. I'm a Jetson.
Done. We're done.
We've
gotten as far as we're going to get.
The farthest we ever should have got was putting Kim Mitchell in a fridge beside milk.
We probably did it. That probably was the peak.
I think 2003 was the peak, personally.
Why?
We didn't need the smartphone. We were cool without really an iPod. The little mini disc player was great. Nelly was on the radio. All tech stuff was just where we didn't have social media. I think it was just like we didn't need to go farther than that.
Okay, so we had iPods in 03.
Is that when they came out? The phone came out in 05, right?
Yeah, we definitely didn't have an iPhone, but we had iPods.
Okay, cool. Well, all right, great. Give me the iPod.
And I think, I would agree with that iPods are okay.
It was connected to zero. Yes, give me the iPod.
Right, you'd firewire it into your computer.
Perfect. They had just started to get really popular.
Right, that was the
third generation click wheel.
03, 04 is white earbuds era, when everybody had the corded white earbuds everywhere. But I think that's fine.
Yeah. I think if we stopped right there.
And you had your collection on your iPod. You had internet. But it wasn't good enough that you could inundate yourself with it?
There was I was going to internet cafes at the time, which was a fiesta. Right. I remember looking at people being like, why do you need to check your email every time you leave? Like, what are you, Richard Branson?
Right.
Like, what is the point? But now I do it, and I'm not Richard Branson.
You're not?
No.
Why did we book him? I thought he was Richard Branson.
I apologize. I'm Canada's Richard Branson.
Okay, that's the conversation.
Yes.
You said book Richard Branson.
Yeah, Richard Branson. Good to
Canadians
see you.
Richard Branson.
Canadian, yeah, which Kevin O'Leary would be furious with.
Kevin O'Leary would be pissed.
He'd be pissed to hear that. But yeah, I think in 03, you probably had the T-Mobile Sidekick.
Sure.
But I think Blackberries, which didn't a Canadian invent the Blackberry?
3M, and Waterloo.
Yeah, and so were Blackberries around in 03, maybe on a very low corporate level?
I think so, corporate level.
You know?
If you owned a building and threw hot coffee in your worker's face, you had a Blackberry. Yeah.
But a normal day-to-day person did not have a Blackberry yet.
Probably not, no.
2003 phones were dominated by the Nokia 1100, the Nokia 6600.
Nokia, great year for Nokia. Nokia's on board with you.
Motorola Razr.
Oh, I had a Razr.
Yeah.
And the early BlackBerry.
Right, so the early
public consumption.
Right, that was like Wall Street douches.
Yeah.
Had Blackberries, but most of us, and I think then, you had your T-Mobile Sidekick as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're really pushing the T-Mobile
Well, it was
Sidekick.
a great thing, that flip-up phone. But I think, too, because the T-Mobile Sidekick was probably, and it's good to brand it every time, was probably as far as we needed to go with phones.
I personally felt that we had gone far enough when we had the T-Mobile Sidekick.
That's right.
The T-Mobile Sidekick. The T-Mobile Sidekick
Those
was
were
like
the phones in 2003.
Good times.
Right, where it's like
Snake Eater thing on the game.
Sure, and only a couple of phones had that keyboard. Most of us were still doing the 3-number letters.
Yes,
for texting.
But either way, you sound like the oldest man alive when you say things like this. Mm-hmm. However, I don't know that anything necessarily got better. It passed that. It's got
more nudes. You got more nudes now.
Nudes?
Nudes.
First I heard you say news, and I was like, you're right. We need more news.
No. I was thinking nudes.
Well, what about news? No, nudes. We do have more nudes. They're easier to send.
They're easier to send.
And people want to send them. For some reason, every single human being wants to be naked.
Right, and also that way it'll ruin their reputation later.
Yes.
That's helpful.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just saw on the new iPhone.
Yeah.
It has like a 48 megapixel, like you can do 8x zoom without losing an ounce of quality camera.
Called the crotch shot.
Yeah.
Zoom directly into your business.
So that's what I need. So I'm pretty psyched about that.
You need to when you're jamming, what was it called? Boofing? When you put a Happy Meal directly in your ass, you want to record that and put it online as well.
Yeah. No, I think that's right, where like you had enough tech that it made your life easier, but it wasn't your whole life.
Yeah. By the way, so real quick, I know you already kind of answered this. Were there any Canadian bands.
Crash Test Dummies got
Yes, but were you like, I like this song?
No, it's a terrible song.
Wow.
You don't think that song clearly sucks?
No, I don't. I don't.
You remember it?
Yes.
It's terrible.
I remember the whole thing.
I mean, it's kind of a goof. I think America liked it ironically. You know what I mean? Like, this was an ironic...
A moment of silence.
Sorry.
I think it's good.
Come on.
Yeah.
First... I mean, it's like a ridiculous voice. That's why we liked it. Like, can you imagine a band actually sounding like this? Was the reason we liked it. And that's why there were no follow-up hits, because it's like, no, we got the joke.
No, well, we did. Excuse me. The Ballad of Peter
Not a
Buckingham.
hit. That's government-infused entertainment.
And that's what we need.
Right.
Do you know how many hits there are in North Korea that we'll never hear? The Leader is great.
Yeah.
Yay, yay, Pyongyang.
That's a good one, too.
I've heard it a few times. It's pretty good.
Right.
Well,
no.
Gangnam Style. Wasn't that straight up and down
I think that's the other.
propaganda?
Was that was South Korea?
That's what they want you to think.
Oh.
That was North Korea.
That was North Korea.
100%.
Yeah. I grabbed a flag from a hotel there once. I have it in my room.
You were in North Korea? Is this true?
No.
Okay,
no,
good. I was like, oh, yeah, you can't go.
Big news story, yeah.
You and South Korea can't go.
Why can't I go?
Americans aren't allowed.
We're not allowed to go to North Korea?
I think you have to get like
Yeah.
You have to go through a lot of hoops to be a part of a traveling group, and then you're.
Yeah.
I can't imagine going through hoops to literally travel anywhere. I mean, even getting me to leave the house, somebody else has to go through hoops. The people who like, I have to go to all this effort to go to a place I've never seen before. It's like, in this day and age.
Well, it's a little bit more than just somebody making a plan of like calling you and be like, "What are you doing Thursday, Pyongyang?"
Yeah,
it's like a whole deal. You got to get the government has to be like, "Who are you? What do you want?"
You know what? And then you go like, "It's not for what."
I
What
think
are you
I
going
can
for?
go. I think my passport will let me get there. I've never.
I don't think you should.
Why not?
It doesn't seem like the greatest place in the world.
Does it seem like the worst?
One of the worst. It's among the worst.
I can go.
You're allowed.
Oh, I thought you were pointing. Yes, it does seem like the worst.
No,
it does.
A place. Okay, you've been to somebody's house in the suburbs.
I've lived in somebody's house in the suburbs. Mine.
Okay, and every time you go into somebody's house in the suburbs,
Yeah.
for the most part, they're like, "Oh, it's all shiny. Nothing bad happens here."
Right.
There's the magazines perfectly placed on the. It's Pyongyang. Everybody's house in the suburbs is Pyongyang. The person who owns the house is trying to get you to believe that nothing crazy happens in this place.
Yeah, but if
look at our kids dancing in a circle and praising me.
But imagine if you went to somebody's house and they were like, "If you break any of the house rules, which are arbitrary and absurd, we will kidnap you."
That happens.
Oh, it does.
Yes, I'm not trying to get crazy, but
Right.
people knock on people's doors here and they get dusted.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? I'm talking about.
That is true.
Didn't some kid just like ding dong dash and like got shot to death?
And
Well,
this
you
also
can't.
happened
You can't ding dong.
Oh, there
dash.
you go.
You
There we
can't
go. We're
ding dong
back.
dash.
Also, a couple of years ago, somebody pulled into a driveway
Yes.
to pull out. They
Right.
pulled in to pull out. Bang, bang. You have to. You got
in
to.
New York.
But that's private. That's our property.
You're right.
You got to defend your property.
And see, these
if you're
are-
not defending your property, what kind of American are you?
If you're not at your porch holding a gun,
Right.
ready to defend your property in the middle of wherever.
By the way, if you're not defending your property that you have to pay the government for
Yes.
forever,
Yes.
because it's your property that you're constantly paying the government for.
Yes, yes.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
You need to defend
What did
it.
you get the gun for if you're not going to wait 20 years for somebody to pull in and pull out?
Oh, finally, I can use the gun.
Here we go. Gladys, get it.
Look, it says level 4, do not travel.
What's look, I'm not trying to be crazy here. What's America?
You think America is just as weird and dangerous as North Korea?
No.
You said that you would go to North Korea for
I'm
this.
saying they're putting on a show when you go there.
Yeah, but if you
land-
break a rule, they do kidnap you.
I cite pulling into a driveway and pulling out.
That's not a federal rule.
I mean, exactly.
Go ahead.
It's even less. It's less than a federal rule. But somebody hopped up on a phone and Happy Meal decided, bing, bang, boom, get out of my driveway.
That poor kid, they said he stole a flag. I still don't know if he stole that flag, but they said he stole a flag. And they kept him there until he was a vegetable.
You talking about North Korea?
Yeah.
Vegetables are good.
Not this one.
Probably right. Do they have, what site
It
is
says
this, by
right
the way?
there. It's the travel.state.gov.
Can we just for
You don't
fun?
remember that?
Oh, this is well, of course, America's going to say that you don't want to go to North Korea.
You think America is the one giving anti-North Korean. You don't think that it's possible that there is pro-North Korean propaganda coming from North Korea. You think America's giving anti-North Korean propaganda.
Here's what I'm trying to do. Here's what I'm trying to do today. Get Kim Mitchell on American radio.
Okay.
Done. Get at least one person to call JetBlue and say, get me to Pyongyang.
2 tickets for North Korea, please.
Yes.
Economy.
Direct.
Yeah, direct.
No, I don't. There's no reason to go to North Korea. However, all I am saying is they're putting on a show like a lot of people in neighborhoods are putting on shows.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
John Wayne Gacy put on a show.
Thank you.
But once you're in the handcuffs, you were done for.
Once he grabbed the clown suit.
Dunsky.
Done.
That's the last outfit you wanted to see.
Absolutely.
And it was the last outfit you were going to see.
Last outfit you were going to see, last outfit you want to see. Did you ever hate clowns? You know a lot of people had like a problem with clowns.
No, I have no problem with clowns. I think the people that are afraid of clowns are less than.
Well, I'm less than. And I'll accept that. For some reason,
I call them Canadians.
Might as well go for a clown.
You were afraid of clowns?
Hated them. And for some reason, my mom was big into clowns.
Okay, by the way, I don't relate to people that are afraid of clowns, but people that are over the top pro clown, I'm afraid of people that love clowns.
She loved clowns.
Okay,
at one point in time.
Apologize to your mom.
So they had she had there's a big picture of some bullshit fucking clown on my wall, and then she had like a little doll that had like a porcelain head of a clown. Hated both. For some reason, every time the lights would go out, the moon or whatever would just illuminate those two and my small kid head, and I was horrified every single night.
No, I was horrified of specific clowns. Like as a little kid, I saw I never saw the It miniseries until I was older. But as a little kid, you know, as a miniseries, so they would air it over the course of multiple nights.
Yeah.
So I will never forget. All I saw was the last time on It, and you saw Tim Curry playing Pennywise. I mean, it fucked me up for years.
Now that I'm thinking of it, that's exactly what happened. My mom was watching It. I snuck out of my room to see what was going on, and the car drove by, Pennywise on the street, big teeth.
Yeah.
And yes, that set
That's
me
all you need.
Yeah. But then you ever watch that whole movie?
Yes.
The TV series?
Yes.
I mean, it gets insane. You want to talk insane?
Nuts.
What's the difference between Kim Mitchell shrinking himself down and living in a fridge,
right,
or Pennywise becoming a giant spider in a sewer?
You don't realize he's the essence of fear. He was never a clown at all. That's why it's It.
Yeah, but it's
a force.
He is a spider at the end of the day.
That's true.
That's bullshit.
I honestly, I even before I ever saw the show, my sister was a big Stephen King fan.
Yeah.
So I was like, "What happens?" And when she said, "Well, then Pennywise turns into a giant spider." You go, what?
No, at the end of that, you go, oh, man, I was pretty scared for a long time. Can we just, for fun, too, I don't know if travel.state.gov would say it. Can we see what the travel advisory is for America? Is there a way to get that one
America's
up there?
great to travel to. Everybody travels.
I'm not saying that. I'm just asking.
Level 0, everybody welcome.
On whose website?
Level 0.
Everybody
Level
welcome.
0, everybody's welcome's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's big. Just
come on in. Come on in.
Here,
for a period of time.
Buy a hot dog, get a beer.
Look at that. Take normal. Canada says take normal security precautions.
We have to currently.
Risk level, it's a green check. That's as good as it gets.
Yeah, okay. All right.
You know?
Anyways, we're having a... So you don't like crash test dummies?
No, of course not. Nobody does.
You know,
I mean, that's not a, and I'm fine with clowns. I was able to put that on the specific clown Pennywise.
Do you still? We asked me this earlier, and do you still like wrestling? Do you still watch wrestling?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
It's my life.
Wow.
Love wrestling
every day.
It's on every day, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel that tech has ruined wrestling? In the way that we know too much.
You hate tech.
I do.
Okay.
But also, we know too much about... There's no reason... I get why people do it. People want to make money, blah, blah, blah. But it really does kind of suck when, you know, the Barbarian is Twitch streaming. Or
I see, okay.
The whole idea of what it is kind of dead.
Well,
there's no mystique. Period.
The suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
Certainly can get interrupted when the Barbarian's on Twitch.
Yeah. And just talking about his day.
Right, just talking about his day and then being like, okay, you want to jump into Call of Duty?
I'm going to play Call of Duty. I just got some cauliflower. I got to get up tomorrow and go to Butte, Montana.
Right.
For
I got to fight the Berserker.
Yeah. I'm going to slam him through the Spanish announce table.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you guys could sign up for DraftKings.
Right.
It's just kind of, there's just a little bit of that. I don't know how you
Especially when you see, too, that he sucks at Call of Duty.
Well, why would he be good?
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's a barbarian.
How do you do both of these things
That's
pretty
right.
well?
That's right.
I don't know how you felt, but when Undertaker, we're talking 30-year career, man didn't say a lot. Whole great mystique, such a great character. But a month after he retired, he puts the hat in the ring. He's on a podcast talking for 7 hours. He's just like, that was crazy. Yeah, I was the Undertaker. You're like, buddy, what, you couldn't wait a little bit of time?
It messed you up.
Well, it just kind of, we don't have a lot of, like, do you think that there's no magic anywhere? Does that make any sense?
Yeah. There is a distinct lack of magic in general.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know you know who Goblicon are?
Who are the Goblicon?
Goblicon is this band.
Oh. Canadian?
No.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you'd love them.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a song called Might As Well Go for a Pop.
Oh.
For some reason, these two things are reversed. There's a guy called John Goblicon.
Okay.
He played.
Oh yeah, I do, and he has a podcast now.
Okay, so this guy,
right?
Okay, this I don't know why I'm even talking about this, but this man is the last piece of magic that exists on this earth.
Right.
He's the last actual character, and I'm sure I'm wrong, but he's like a character.
Right.
You don't know who that guy is?
No, I don't know who he is.
He doesn't do that.
Right.
He just does the thing.
Right.
He doesn't put out, hey, I'm the guy. Come sign up for fucking steak.
Right.
He gives you the thing. Mm-hmm. You're allowed to slip away for a little bit and believe that there's a man. You're not even a man, a goblin in front of you wearing a tie. Did any of this make sense?
It does make sense. However, I would say that if I found out that he was not actually a goblin, I don't think it would be as crushing as you think it is. It would be a little
crushing. I'm not saying crushing. I'm not saying like lay down in the street and wait for death.
I can't believe he's not a goblin.
I can't believe I have to go move into the sewer.
You mean this guy's a person with a mask on? I can't.
I'm saying that the idea that one day I'm in a ring, I'm climbing a ladder, I'm jump kicking a guy.
Right.
Next day, I'm at the grocery store in my jeans.
Right.
I'm just saying that tech has ruined a little bit of the mystique of the whole deal.
Well, I think that pro wrestling has figured out a way now to live in a world where they understand that mystique has been broken and there's no going back.
Yeah.
So they try to shift a little bit more towards slightly more reality-based. You see less of the sensationalized characters that they had when you and I were growing up, when they could kind of mask this stuff because you only saw what was on TV. And now they go for more of a reality-based, not presentation, but sort of the top characters are extensions of themselves as human beings.
Sure.
Because they realize, and aside from that, in terms of letting the cat out of the bag of what's really going on, when I get a movie and I look at the bonus features and the director's commentary is on it and he's explaining shot for shot what he did, I'm not like, well, I can't enjoy this movie ever again. You know, if anything, I enjoy it even more because I go, oh, look at all the work that went into it. Like, I bought a DVD. And there's this video of this music video called Might As Well Get a Soda.
Yeah, go for it.
And on it, Might As Well Go for a Soda. And on it, there was this guy, Kim Mitchell.
Yeah, I've heard of that guy.
And he was explaining that while some believed that he actually shrunk and got into that fridge, that there were virtual effects used to get him into the fridge, and he started explaining them. And while I get it, for some, they were like, I can never look at this the same way again. For me, I actually appreciated the amount of work that went into it.
Yeah, I'm the opposite.
You need to know he's tiny.
Yes, once I found out he didn't actually shrink down and get into a fridge, I was out on him.
Well, the same way I like to find out how a magician does their tricks because I'm very interested in the technique and how you make it look as good as it looks.
I don't care.
Right. Others are just like,
I don't care.
Right.
Give me. Give me
real magic. You're a boy who wants to believe.
I'm a boy who wants to believe.
Yeah.
I saw David Copperfield last year.
Oh, cool.
And he did a couple things that you go, I don't know how he did that. I don't care.
Right.
He brought a motorcycle out of absolutely nowhere, but nobody cared. Nobody cared.
Right.
The crowd did not care.
Well, yeah.
Everybody's like, I'm on TikTok. I don't give a fuck. You literally made a motorcycle just appear out of nowhere. Good for you, pal. There's a guy on my phone. He's a delivery driver. He slipped on some steps and smashed his face into a screen door.
Yeah, I want to see that.
That's better.
But honestly, if you told me I could look at one of those two things,
yeah,
I'm screen door 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, you got to reverse it. You got to do the dance remix to it.
That's right.
Whoop, whoop,
That's right.
whoop, whoop.
Because there's no way that he actually made a motorcycle disappear. There's a trap door. There's stage effects.
But
there's whatever.
I was there. I
would look it up on YouTube in 2 seconds, and then it would explain the trick.
Well, why do that to yourself? Why destroy it?
Because at no point.
Why ruin it? Why don't you just believe?
Because it doesn't ruin it. Because at no point do I actually believe he has created a motorcycle out of thin air.
And this is why you're here.
Here, I'm doing well.
No, not here. I don't mean like here. I mean here. You've killed all innocence.
Well, it's not real. I didn't kill it.
Either way, I can't watch wrestling anymore.
Why not?
It's too powerful.
I see.
And I'm dead serious on that.
How do you mean too powerful?
One day you're a guy putting another guy in an armbar.
Right.
The next day you're running a town deciding what hospitals get funding.
I see.
It's like a Ouija board.
Right.
That people learned how to use.
So you're saying
other people are getting in being like, I'm just having a good time. Are you? Or are you one day?
I see. So you're saying once Kane became the mayor of Knoxville.
We can also go a little farther than that.
Okay.
But yes. It's become, people love chants, people love things, and it's like, I can't watch it anymore and not think, man, I don't know. When I see John Cena post things like, can we all get along? Mm-hmm. It's like, can you stop doing the attitude adjustment so that somebody doesn't use this power to then gain an audience and then again
so you're
fund or not fund roads?
John Cena is creating a platform for potential politicians to then take an attitude adjustment and have used that energy to possibly fund a road.
I'm saying if John Cena wanted right now to run for road funding, he could do it.
I mean, I voted for him.
Thank you. And this is why I can't. I just can't. I can't watch it.
Too much power.
Too much power.
Well, what about these comedians?
Yeah, man, dude, yes.
You know?
The fact comedy is a lot less fun now that it is directly connected to the government.
I mean, they literally said, you know why Trump's the president? The great comedians. There are people that said that.
You think this is you don't believe that?
I don't know if he fully won the election because of the comedians.
Well, 100, sure, yes.
You know?
Yes. It wasn't like he was zero. He wasn't at.
But I believe there were comic contributions.
Yes, I think it is not.
Is that a risky statement?
No, exactly. I think it's crazy to say that that's not true. What you just said.
Right.
So that I was literally thinking about this on my way here. Comedy is a lot less fun now that it is directly connected to the government. Directly.
Right. As opposed to being like, oh, let me escape from politics. I'll watch a little stand up
or make fun of everything or whatever. You gotta pick sides and you gotta be the extension. You got to be the Rose Garden,
right?
You have to be not But the biggest, some of the biggest comedians decided, yeah, man, we're signing up, we're doing it. But and then, if you don't like it,
but then how do you manage that? I mean, if you can't watch wrestling because the wrestlers become too powerful, I mean, comedians. You.
I know. Sam, I'm sad a lot. If you say, how do you manage?
You don't.
I not well. Nah. I think too much, and I walk around and I go, well, I got here. Wrestling. I loved wrestling at one point in time. It's not even that I don't. It's all wrestling. You already know this. Every single thing is wrestling. So
wrestling is actually the only thing that's honest about the fact that it's wrestling.
True.
That's why I love wrestling.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Everything else pretends we didn't. Because
everything else is like, no, this is real.
These comedians you're talking about, they're like, we didn't know. What? I don't know. I didn't know. What do you mean you didn't know? It's been 10 years.
Right.
Where were you?
Right.
So yes. But anyways, yeah. It's both things kind of sadden me in that regard. Too much power.
Yeah. Yeah, well, with great power comes great responsibility. I learned that from Spider-Man.
Yeah, and we're throwing that in the trash. Yeah. The responsibility's gone. Sign for DraftKings.
It's gone. That's right.
With great responsibility comes great Omaha Steaks, DraftKings,
right.
Casper mattress.
And let me tell you, by the way, you ever try this Blue Chew?
I am honestly, in all seriousness, every single day, and this is because of the podcast that I listen to, I wake up. I take a Blue Chew.
It's a multivitamin.
Yes.
Yeah.
I snort some AG1.
Okay.
And then I gamble. I go right to my
Smart.
phone and I gamble on all of it. Soccer, cricket.
Yeah.
Chess
Right.
in Bosnia. I don't care. If it's on the phone, I bet. I sit on my toilet and I lose thousands of dollars while my dick gets rock hard
Right.
from the Blue Chew.
Right.
My nose is bleeding from the vitamins that I've snorted.
You have vitamins in your nose.
Yes.
Hard as a rock. Broke as a joke. But this is the life that you live.
This is the life we all live.
Yeah, all of us.
Every single one of us.
All of us. Well, if you want to be there to help Nathan McIntosh get through all of this.
Are you going to say the Awesome Festival again?
Uh-huh.
Unbelievable. You know what's so funny? This has been like 75% Canadian.
Yeah, yeah. The Awesome Festival is going down in Campbellton, New Brunswick, Canada. It's next Friday, September 19th. And you can go up to Nathan and go, I heard you on Sam Roberts' show. I'm glad you said that stuff.
I don't know, man. I don't know if comedians have that much power, dude. I don't know. I know that I listen to like 6 or 7 of them, and I buy their merch and do every single thing they say. But I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, dude.
I don't think so. I'm just telling jokes.
They're just telling ha-has to a couple of guys.
I love that it's they. You're one of them, dude. Deal with that. With your boner. Thank you for coming in, dude. It's always a blast.
Thanks for having me, man.
We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good one.
There's more Sam Roberts Show after this.
Introducing Bennington on Faction Talk 103 and On Demand, the first father-daughter talk show of its kind. Ron's the father, Gail's the daughter. Imagine the look on your loved ones' faces when a satellite beams the Benningtons' voices directly to your mind. So don't delay. Listen to Bennington now on Faction Talk 103 and On Demand on the Sirius XM app.
Sirius XM mornings are
Pop culture,
headlines,
personalities.
Start your day with Today Show Live on Today Show Radio.
Good morning to you.
So glad you're starting your week with us.
Then get the Celebrity Scoop with Page 6 Radio and Stars.
What Page 6? So, we hear things.
Your hot takes with the Smith Sisters on Radio Andy.
We're finally gonna get the story behind the story.
And don't miss Andy Cohen Live, the king of convo.
Lady Gaga, Coleman Domingo, Kylie Minogue.
Hardest working men in showbiz.
Thank you.
Your morning vibe, live for the morning drive. Sirius XM 102 through 109.
From the moment it was invented, TV has been evolving. We've gone from a few black and white channels and a handful of shows to limitless possibilities, including what, how, and where we watch. But the one thing that's been consistent is the audience. Without them, there is no TV. That's why Philo is proud to be the streaming service that puts our audience first with everything we do. At Philo, there are no contracts and no hidden fees to watch all your favorite stuff however you want to watch it. From live TV on channels like A&E, BET, Nickelodeon, and Discovery, to a library of more than 80,000 movies and shows you can save for up to a year on an unlimited DVR. Philo is committed to building a streaming service that you can love as much as the shows you watch on it. And the best part? At Philo, we think great TV shouldn't break the bank. So all of this is just $28 a month when you sign up at philo.tv. Check us out risk-free. That's philo.tv.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Look, we all have people that we go to when we want to discuss the problems going on in our lives, whatever issues that we're facing, whether that's the group text, whether that's friends at work. A lot of them aren't even listening. A lot of them are so concerned with their own issues. They're not paying attention to you. They're just smiling and nodding. That doesn't help. If I were you, I'd go to BetterHelp. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct, and they're fully licensed in the U.S., fully online, and you can pause your subscription whenever you need to. You can switch therapists anytime, no extra cost. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Teft. That's BetterHelp.com/TEFFT.
If you're considering a 1031 exchange or need steady, high-yield monthly income, you should consider student housing and stabilized low-income housing with Icon America. Cash flow starting at 7.5% paid monthly. Icon Student Housing has 2 new properties in 2 of the hottest markets, Salt Lake City near the University of Utah and Purdue University, both 100% occupied. Icon America Low-Income Housing has properties diversified across Florida, Maryland, Georgia, Ohio, and more. Cash flow starts at 7.5%. Icon offers arguably the lowest fees in the industry by cutting out the high broker-dealer commissions, passing the savings directly to you. Call 800-580-1031. Keep your money working for you by sheltering 100% from taxes. Visit icon1031.com or call 800-580-1031. 800-580-1031.
Individual results may vary. There's no guarantee that past performance will be indicative of future results. Invest wisely.
Step inside Ed Sheeran's world.
I didn't just drop a new album play. We built a whole channel around it.
Hear the songs that shaped his life, the global sounds behind Play, and exclusive stories he's never told before, all handpicked by Ed.
The songs that shaped me, with a few guilty pleasures.
The Ed Sheeran Channel, now for a limited time on Channel 79 and at home with the Sirius XM app.
Go.
It's official, sports fans. First Things First is a hit.
First Things First is a good mix of analysis and total ridiculousness.
That is unbelievable. I'm all ears.
Nick, Drew, and Wilds are the MVPs of sports shows.
I'm Mahomes, you're Kelsey, and you're Andy Reid.
I kind of want to be Mahomes, or at least Kelsey.
Yeah, I think I'm more Mahomes.
First Things First, weekdays at 3 Eastern on FS1.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Look, we all have people that we go to when we want to discuss the problems going on in our lives, whatever issues that we're facing, whether that's the group text, whether that's friends at work. A lot of them aren't even listening. A lot of them are so concerned with their own issues. They're not paying attention to you. They're just smiling and nodding. That doesn't help. If I were you, I'd go to BetterHelp. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct, and they're fully licensed in the U.S., fully online, and you can pause your subscription whenever you need to. You can switch therapists anytime, no extra cost. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the